Fala, gurizada, tudo belezinha? Colvara na área. Embora então, gurizada, aí continuar a nossa saga em assistir, em reassistir, né? As participações da nossa amada Nintendo na E3, cara. Vamos começar hoje com a E3 de 2011 e se tudo der certo a gente vai assistir até a de 2014. Eu botei 2013 por segurança que essas 10 três aí é certo, que é o que a gente tá conseguindo assistir certo por dia aí, né? 3 é 3 mais ou menos, né? Mas pretendo ir até 2014 hoje. Belezinha, gurizada? Já tá tudo pronto aqui, tudo certinho. Vou dar aquela enrolada inicial para esperar a galera chegar. Esperar o YouTube fazer o seu trabalho, que é notificar o pessoal. Por isso que eu sempre peço pra galera ativar as notificações e o sininho. A galera que tá acompanhando em off aí essa maratona aí de assistir a E3 aí, não esqueça de ativar as notificações. Pra quem não é inscrito no canal, se inscreva. Já estamos aí na terceira, quarta live, já em nenhum momento eu me lembrei de falar disso, ó. Acredito eu. Nessa aí que eu fui me lembrar. Outra coisa, tá? Até pra galera que já tá assistindo aí, sejam todos muito bem-vindos. Eu tenho uma pergunta a fazer a vocês, tá? Estamos aí já com 9 pessoas assistindo. Tenho uma pergunta pra fazer a vocês. Se a gente terminar de assistir a E3 de 2014, vão ficar faltando a E3 de 2015, 16, 17, 18 e 19. 5 E3, tá? Que seria para amanhã. Só que eu não preparei nada ainda em relação às thumb para a cobertura da E3. Eu queria deixar tudo agendado já, tá? E outras coisinhas que eu pretendo fazer justamente no dia da E3 aí, que eu preciso deixar tudo ajeitado. E eu não tenho tempo, cara. O tempo que eu tenho é esse. É justamente esse horário aqui, né? Porque eu chego em casa do trabalho, eu saio 5 horas, como vocês todos sabem, e chego em casa por volta das 6 horas da noite. E eu tenho a partir desse horário pra poder fazer alguma coisa em relação ao canal. E a E3 começa no sábado, né? E sábado eu trabalho de manhã ainda. Chego em casa por volta do meio-dia. E eu queria já fazer a cobertura à tarde, já que nem eu falei com a galera. Tô aproveitando pra falar com vocês aí esse início aí, pra dar um tempo do YouTube notificar a galera aí, né? E eu queria... Deixa eu ver se tá funcionando meu áudio. Tô falando. Pra poder fazer alguma coisa. Tá funcionando. E pergunto a vocês. Amanhã eu tô pensando em não abrir live, tá? Que seria basicamente a última aí. Não abrir a live pra gente terminar de assistir, né? Pra mim poder fazer justamente isso, deixar tudo ajeitado em relação à E3 e assistir essas últimas E3 no dia 15, no dia da apresentação da Nintendo de manhã. Começar cedão ali por volta das 8, 8 e meia da manhã, a live. A live da Nintendo tá programada para 1 hora da tarde. E a gente fazer de aquecimento, assistir juntas essas últimas E3 da Nintendo aí, que já seria já com o Nintendo Switch, né? A partir de 2017 ali, né? 17, 18, 19 seria já com o Nintendo Switch. E a gente dá essa aquecida já no dia da Direct da Nintendo. O que vocês acham? A galera que já está assistindo aí comigo aí, que tá todo mundo quietinho, não querem falar comigo, só querem ficar aí de butuca, dê um oi, pelo amor de Deus. Não me façam aqui ficar num monólogo. O que vocês acham, cara? Eu não tenho tempo, cara. Infelizmente, o tempo que eu tenho é justamente esse. Ou talvez assistimos 2 E3 da manhã, né? E o restante do horário, 2 da... Fala, Gal! Deixa eu ver. Começando às 8, termina às 9. Vai ficar pouco tempo. Eu teria até umas 10 e meia. É pouco tempo, não dá. Eu teria que sacrificar o dia de amanhã e não fazer a nossa cobertura aí. Ou talvez também dá pra gente ir no domingo de manhã assistir mais umas directs aí. Dá pra ser assim também. Fala, Toutimilho! Acho que com certeza. Tu acha com certeza então, Gal? Terça de manhã, até onde eu sei, não. Vamos conferir isso aí agora, né, cara? Estamos aqui com a internet aberta. Calendário E3 2021. Aí, ó, vamos entrar aqui no Tech Tudo. Veja a agenda com as datas e horários das conferências. A semana tá rolando. No sábado, ó. Começa às 14 horas do horário de Brasília, que é o que eu quero já acompanhar, né? O pré-show. A gente pode assistir aqui no sábado, ó. Sábado de tarde tem horário. Da Ubisoft aqui a gente pode assistir, ó. Porque eu não vou cobrir, tô falando sério, cara. A galera que quiser assistir Ubisoft, que vá pra outro canal. Me desculpa a sinceridade, mas eu não vou cobrir a coisa da Ubisoft, não, ó. É, meu, vai ser no sábado. Porque depois é. Ah, e tem a Devolver às 5h30. A Devolver tem que cobrir. A Devolver eu gosto, cara. O problema, cara, é que minha esposa já me intimou, cara. Sábado é que ela vai fazer uma coisa. O dia dos namorados, né, cara? Dá pra gente fazer aqui, ó. Ó a jogada. A gente, eu deixo já preparadinho. Sábado a gente assiste mais 2 E3 da Nintendo durante a tarde, porque eu não vou cobrir a Ubisoft. E. E a gente depois eu já deixo prontinho, fecho e abro a live da Devolver, acompanhando a Devolver. Tá? No domingo, vamos ver aqui o domingo, ó. Domingão. Meu Deus, quanta propaganda, cara. Que é isso? Aqui, ó. Domingo. Ver mais. Ó, domingo começa meio-dia, ó. Não tem nada de manhã, ó. Aí dá pra gente assistir mais umas E3 da Nintendo de manhã. E aí, cara. Se vamos domingão aí, ó. Até a PC Game Show. Às 8 horas eu vou participar da live do Danilo lá. Na segunda-feira. É, começa tudo de tarde, ó. Dá pra fazer de manhã, tá tranquilo. Então tá combinado já. Eu já decidi. Fala, Loki! Roberto, fala! Adriano, salve Colvara, foi por causa desse E3 que voltei a consumir coisas da Nintendo. Na verdade, nunca deixei, mas voltou o meu foco. Show de bola, meu. Então, decidido, gurizada. Amanhã não vai ter live. Dessa que eu tô fazendo pra mim poder preparar as thumb, deixar tudo direitinho, agendado. Da cobertura da E3, tá? Que é o único horário que eu tenho é esse. E aí, no sábado e domingo, a gente assiste o resto aí de manhã, tá? Vamos ter que madrugar aí, cara. Começa ali por volta de umas 9 horas da manhã. Sábado não, né? Sábado eu trabalho. Sábado é de tarde no horário da, da Ubisoft lá. Na terça-feira começa meio-dia, 1 hora Nintendo Direct. Pai do céu, cara. Depois Nintendo Treehouse, ó. Rapaz, terça-feira a gente se vai, cara. Aí, ó, E3 Award Show. Ih, quarta-feira tem coisa da Steam, ó, que legal, ó. Show de bola. Tá decidindo então, gurizada. Tá aí. Tudo certinho. Cancela o Colvara. Minha esposa vetou a live. Como assim, Gal? Show de bola, gurizada. Vamos fazer os testes aqui. Vou deixar soltar um pouquinho aqui pra ver o áudio. Ah, essa aí. Meu Deus do céu, cara. Não vai pensar. Deixa eu ver aqui no retorno o áudio aqui. Pera aí. Show de bola, gurizada. Vamos fazer os testes aqui. Vou deixar soltar um pouquinho aqui pra ver o áudio. Ah, essa aí. Meu Deus do céu, cara. Não vai pensar. Show de bola. Deixa eu ver aqui no retorno o áudio aqui. Pera aí. Show de bola! Vamos voltar. Cara, a última live aqui, ó. Deixa eu mostrar pra vocês aqui, ó. A última live eu consegui salvar ela, meu. Conteúdo. Ao vivo. A live de ontem, ó. Perdi a monetização dela. Foda-se. Mas ela tava proibida de ser vista, cara, porque eu tomei reivindicação de um outro negócio. Não era da Nintendo, cara. Em cima do negócio da Nintendo, cara. E aí, pra não ter complicação, acabar não perdendo a live, eu cortei a parte. Né? Essa partezinha, era uns 30 segundos ali. Mas tá aí, pelo menos vai ficar liberado pra galera. Mas tá, perdi a monetização. Não dá nada. Ah, é, cara. As patroas, mas as patroas merecem, né, cara? A gente tem que fazer esse agrado aí. Mas é o horário que eu tenho. Então tá combinado, gurizada. Amanhã não terá live aqui no canal pra mim poder trabalhar nas coisas que eu preciso. E no sábado à tarde é nós junto aí. Colvara, som, placa, chroma aqui, tudo certo. Então simbora então, Gal. Com a tua deixa aí, vamos seguir o baile aqui. Vamos continuar assistindo a E3 de 2011, que essa foi massa, hein? Cara, eu não entendo como é que tem gente que não gosta de Zelda, cara. Ah, eu só vou botar o headset. Pera aí, para. Para aí, pera aí. Não dá. Isso aí eu tenho que escutar o som alto, cara. Essa eu vou de headset. Vou voltar. Desculpa cortar o clima, o embalo de vocês aí, mas essa aí tem que ser de headset, cara, não dá. Alto-falante. Deixa eu ver se vai sair o som aqui. Ah, não. Pera aí. Bora, agora vai. Imagina essa E3, cara! Bafinho Selvagem 2! Som do tímpano, ó. Ah. Cruz, cara. É de uriçar os cabelos no braço, cara. Pam, 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 paradam, tum, pam, pam, pam. Anos. Que loucura, né, meu? Tá doido, cara.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the creator of The Legend of Zelda,
Shigeru Miyamoto. Não tem, né, meu? É uma presença, né, cara?
Zelda. It sure does bring back memories. Okay. I'd like to ask Mr. Bill Toynen from Nintendo of America to translate for me once again this year.
Mais uma vez, te vendo. Cara, olha quanto tempo, né, meu?
Okay.
Cara, deve ser um brotherzão assim, tá ligado?
Last year was the 25th anniversary of the Super Mario Bros.
Fala, Vavá!
This year is the 25th anniversry of The Legend of Zelda.
8ビットの NES で作
Now,
り
since
始
we
めてから
first released this game
ハードは
back
ど
in
んどん
the
こう進
8-bit
化して
NES days,
それに
the
沿ってグラフィック
gameplay
も
and the
ゲームも
visuals
進化してきま
have
した
constantly evolved with each new hardware
で
system.
この音楽も進化してきましたね
And so has the music.
で曲の最後の方に演奏されたの
Now,
は
the
どんどん
song
の
that
ス
you
カイ
heard
ワー
at
ド
the
ソード
end
の
of the
テーマなん
piece
ですけど
performed
も
by the orchestra today
今毎日
was
仕
the
事で
theme
僕はずっ
song
と
for
聴い
The
てるん
Legend
で
of
すね
Zelda Skyward Sword.
それ
I'm
もやっ
used
ぱ
to
り
hearing it at work every day now, but to hear it performed by an orchestra like
すごい
this
ねこう響きますね
in a hall like this is exhilarating.
ゼルダの伝説にはねこの音楽が欠かせなくて
Now, music is an indispensable piece of The Legend of Zelda.
宝箱を
The
ね
feelings you
開ける
get
とか
when you solve a
謎
puzzle
を
or
解く
open
と
a
か
treasure
だ
chest
から妖精に
or
助けら
are
れると
helped
か
by
ね
a fairy
Fala, Lugão!
are created by the music.
Imitão o quê, cara?
そしてリン
Tá viajando aí.
Of course,
よ
Link
く
has
楽器を使い
often
ます
used
Fala, The Dragon!
a musical instrument as an important item in each of his quests.
さあ今日はね本物のオーケストラ
But since we have a full orchestra here today,
せっ
a
かく
very
なの
talented
で
one,
この効
I
果
think
音を
we
聞
should
か
ask
せてほしいなと思い
them
ます
to play some of these songs live for us.
皆さんも今日はライブで
What do you
効果音
think?
が聞けますじゃあ謎解き正解音いきましょうか
Okay, let's start simple with the chime for solving a puzzle. That feels nice.
はいいいですねじゃあ次はね
Amanhã é o dia, Vavá. Amanhã é o dia do Switch Pro, hein? Switch Pro não, né? Super Nintendo Switch, por favor. Me respeita.
ちょっと短かった。
That was a little short. Let's try something a little bit
妖
longer.
精の泉なんか
How
どうですか
about
ね
the melody from A Fairy's Fountain?
Uma orquestra ao vivo é outra coisa, né, meu?
いいですね。
Isn't that nice?
じゃあまた元気が出たところでもう一回アイテムゲットしましょう。
Maybe we should do getting an item one last time.
今度はねしっかりね。はい
This one with the full orchestra. Getting an item. Oh,
アイテムゲットですね。
Teve gente tocando música errada.
very nice. Very
ゲッ
nice.
トですね。はい。気持ちいいですね本当。
That feels great.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much.
今日の今の曲皆さん全部わかる
Did
み
you
た
know all
い
of
で
these
すね。
songs?
すごいですね。この時代になっても。
I have to thank all of you
まだこの
for
音楽を覚え
remembering
てる
these
皆さんに
simple
感謝します
8-bit Zelda tunes in this age of high-end game machines.
さあ、このね25周年の節
So,
目に
for the
我々
25th
いろんな
anniversary,
ハードに
we
ゼルダ
have
のゲームを準
prepared
備し
a
ました。
Zelda game for each of our...
Deu ruim lá, o Psicomantes.
昨日の夜から任天堂
First
eShop をオー
off,
プンしてます。
although the Nintendo eShop launched only yesterday for
で
Nintendo
今日から
3DS,
バーチャルコンソール
starting today,
Game Boy Color
The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening will be available as the first title in the Game Boy Color Virtual Console lineup.
あ無料じゃないですね。
Fala, Marote!
今日からダウンロードできます。
Colvara pra deixar anotado pra tu ver. Perceba quando anunciarem o Wii U, a primeira palavra que eu vi no vídeo de apresentação é Switch.
本当に一番
É mesmo, cara? Bah, vamos ficar esperto, meu. Vamos ficar esperto. A gente vai assistir hoje aí, cara.
Any game in the series.
ゼル
A gente
ダ
vai assistir hoje aí.
And I think it's great for people who are playing Zelda for the first time because from it they can learn the basics of Zelda gameplay.
そして今週末
And then starting
来
next
週末
weekend,
来週末です。
来週末
はい
ですね。
来週
Yes,
末に
next
は
weekend.
この時のオカリナ
The Legend of Zelda 3D will launch for Nintendo
世
3DS
界中で
around the world.
で3DS になったのでねフレームレートも良くなりましたし
So now that it's on
グラフィック
Nintendo
もすごく綺麗
3DS,
に
the
なり
frame
まし
rate has been improved, the graphics have been revamped,
た新しいグラフィックで走
and
る
it
ハイラ
feels
ルの、ね、
great.
景色っていうのは本
It
当に
there's a new sense of realism when you're riding your
臨場感がありま
horse
す。
through the sweeping scenery of Hyrule.
それから初めてゼルダを遊ぶ人の
Now,
た
for
めに
those of you who are
ヒ
playing
ント
it
の
for
ムー
the
ビーをい
first
っぱい入れ
time,
ました
we've included hint movies to help you along the way if you need it.
それから前から遊んでる人には
And for those
2 周
of you
目
who
の
have played the
リ
game
ア
in the
モード
past, we have included the mirrored Legend of Zelda Master Quest
そ
mode.
れからボスとね
And we've
戦う
also added a boss challenge
テストもありま
mode.
す次はね9月ですねこの
Next up, we have coming in September
DSi で
on Nintendo
4
DSi,
人で遊ぶ4つの剣を準備し
the
ます。
four-player
これを皆さん
cooperative
に無
Legend
料
of
で
Zelda
配
Four
信しようと思います
Swords that we're going to make available to all of you as a free download.
ぜひともね4人で遊んでみてください。
So because this is a four-player Zelda game, we
Desce o ar.
all of your friends together.
そして仕上げがこのスカイワードソードです。
And then finally, we will be launching The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword.
今年ホリデーシーズンに世界中
This will
で
be out
発売
worldwide
します。
this holiday season for Wii.
このモーションやっとできまし
It's finally done.
た。こうモーションプラスを使ってね。
Now, the game is gonna use
本当に
Wii Motion
剣を振ってる
Plus
気分
to swing your sword.
弓を引く。
And it's also going to
いろん
help
なアイテ
make
ムが
using
使いやすくなり
items
ま
like
し
the
た
bow
の
and
で
arrow
ぜひとも
simpler.
楽しんでください。そして
And
その
so, in honor of
新しい
this,
モーションプラス
we're
の
going
入
to
ったリ
create
モコンをね
a
ゴールド
special
のリモコンを準備し
gold
ました。
Wii remote that will also be available
でこれは発売の当初のね
as a
記念バージョ
promotion
ン
when
で
we launch the
準
game.
備してます。
So you can look forward to that as well.
今僕は毎日そのスカイワードソード
Now,
遊んでるん
I'm
ですけど
playing
も
Skyward Sword at work every day,
本当にこうね自分
and
で
it really
やってる
feels
気
as if
分になるんです
I'm
ね。
the one that's fighting all of
つい
those
こうなってし
battles.
まうんですけどね。で腕もねなんか
Perhaps
本
you've
当に
noticed, but I feel like my
本当に鍛えられて
arms
るんだよね。
gotten a little stronger.
É de outra coisa, hein, minha moto? Tu não me engana, velho.
このゲ
Tu
ーム
não me engana.
Now, from a volume standpoint, the game is packed full of content, and I
Ele
think
falou que jogar Zelda tá ficando com o braço mais forte.
Zelda experience
まあシリーズで過
of
去
any
最高
game
の満足感を得て
in
も
the
らえると思い
series.
ます。 あとはね、実際ゲームですから自分で遊びで見ないと
And then,
わ
of
かんない
course,
魅力が
because
たく
these
さんあり
are
ます。
games, they have many elements
Fala, Alexandre!
yourself to truly
ス
understand.
カイウォードソードぜひとも
So
遊んで
I
いって
hope
く
you
だ
all
さ
play both The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time 3D and Skyward Sword on the show floor this week.
い。それでよろしく遊んでいってくださいね。
Please play it.
今日はオーケストラの皆さんがね、
Now, we also have an orchestra here today.
僕ら25周年を記念してね、
So, in honor of the 25th anniversary, we'd like to announce that we're going to be holding the Legend of Zelda 25th Anniversary Symphony concerts in each region around the world.
今日のオーケストラの皆さん
Queria ter assistido, cara. Bah.
So, let's give a big round of applause for our orchestra today, who's done a fantastic job.
はい。そしてこのコンサートを世界中で
So,
開くことになりま
we'll
す。
be holding these concerts in each region.
はい。詳しいスケジュールまた
They'll be happening in the
連絡いたし
fall,
ますけども
and you can look forward to more announcements
今年
from
の秋から
Japan, the US, and
順次ツアーを
Europe
していこうと
about
思
the
います
specific dates.
それからこのオーケストラにちなんで我々2つ CD を準備しました。
Additionally, we're preparing two.
Também tô com o braço forte do Ring Fit.
The first is the Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time 3D official soundtrack.
でこれは時のオカリナを購
And
入
this
して
is
く
going
れ
to be
た
made
皆さん
available
の
as a
クラブ
gift
ニンテンド
to
への
those who are among the
早期
first to register the game
プレゼント
with
したい
Club
と思います
Nintendo.
それからも
Do
う
Clube Nintendo, se eu não me engano, né?
The other CD that we're working on
このフルオーケストラの
is going to be
スカイウォー
based
ドソー
on
ド
the Legend of Zelda
のための
25th Anniversary
CD を作ろうと思
Symphony
ってます
concerts,
でこれをスカイウォードの
and will be
販売の
used in
時の
conjunction with the
準備
release
しま
of
すので
Skyward
皆さん
Sword.
楽しみにしてください。
So you can look forward to that as well.
他にもねいくつかプランを考えてるんですけどまたそれは順
We're
次
also
皆さんに
planning a number of other events and activities to celebrate the 25th anniversary beyond these, so you can look forward to more announcements later this year.
はいでこの25年間
So,
Eu também, Gal. Volta e meia eu tô escutando, cara.
Legend of Zelda series has
É muito bom, meu.
been by an incredibly large,
Eu toquei em banda, né, cara?
の中だけでももう200
just
人を
internally with
Banda de escola, né? Percussão e fanfarra, né? Então eu adoro demais música orquestrada, cara.
恵まれて本当に
And
幸せでした。
I have been truly honored to be able to work with such talented people.
で今日ねそのうち何人か来てくれてるので
And we have several of them here today.
Então eles falam de aniversário da. É, há uma grande chance, ô Alexandre.
First is Takashi Tezuka.
Ó, o Takashi Tezuka. Ó, o Koizumi ali, ó. Beijão Numa.
Takashi Tezuka on the Super Mario and Zelda
オカリ
series.
ナを作ったり
Next is Yoshiaki Koizumi, who I worked with on Super Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, and more recently on the Super Mario Galaxy series.
でこの青沼さんはねもう
And I
皆
think
さんご存知
perhaps you all,
Koizumi agora que tá à frente do Mario, né, meu?
the producer of the Legend of Zelda series.
Ah, ô, meu, o Anuma é um carisma só, né, meu?
ただねやっぱり一番
Ah, tá doido, né, cara?
What's most important in all of this are all
O Takashi Tezuka parece um Goron, né, cara?
so all of you who have been playing and supporting the series,
皆さんに感謝
we would
し
like
て
to thank
このコーナー終わることに
to
したいと
end
思います
this section of our presentation.
どうもありがとうございました
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
Que da hora.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nintendo's global president, Satoru Iwata.
Aí vem o furacão.
When we launched Nintendo DS and Wii,
Eu não gostava de música clássica, mas aprendi a gostar depois de trabalhar 5 anos numa casa de eventos de música. Olha aí, cara.
and today,
Eu gosto, cara. Acho legal.
changes in who plays,
Música orquestrada.
where we play, and most importantly, how we play.
Como nós jogamos.
that once divided players by age group or personality or even by gender are starting to be erased. But mental boundaries still exist in how game systems are defined. Some hardware is seen as appropriate for only the most active, passionate players. Others, like they say, seem to attract a large number of more casual gamers. As an industry, what we haven't achieved yet is a game platform that is equally satisfying for all players. Yet, this is exactly what we intend to create with our new home platform. How might that happen? I will suggest 2 words: deeper and wider. The new platform will provide deeper game experiences than what even the most passionate gamer has realized before. And it will offer wider appeal to gamers, wider even than for Wii. And as you will begin to understand this week, it will let everyone see games in a different way. We are going to leave the full details for a little later this morning, but I wanted you to understand that for Nintendo, the goal of innovation is to serve every player, even though each brings to video.
Aposta em alguma collection de Zelda, Colvara? Ah, cara, acho difícil, cara. É possível que venha, cara. Talvez Night Princess e o Wind Waker, cara. Né? Uma coleção remasterizada, já que tá pronta no Wii U, né? Acho difícil do Ocarina e Majoras, tá? Acho muito difícil. Mas eu gostaria que viesse um remake, né, do Oracle of Ages e Oracle of Seasons na engine do Link's Awakening. Ah, Coelho, parece... Tá, o cabelo parece o Zacarias, né? Aí, ó. Que foda, cara. Não lembrava isso aí, cara. Olha que legal, né, cara? Mario Kart 7. Mario 3D Land. Vai pegar o Monster Hunter Story 2? Não vou, Gal, não vou. O Zelda que eu tenho... O Zelda. O dinheiro que eu tô juntando, cara, é pro Zelda Skyward Sword, cara. Sorry to keep you waiting. Foda, né, meu? Olha que foda, né, meu? Puta merda, cara.
Hello.
Ui.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of Nintendo of America, Reggie Fils-Aimé.
Look, we hear you. You want,
É, amanhã saiu garagem, né, cara?
but you also want
Mas o Garage não, eu acho legal a ideia, eu acho foda demais a proposta, mas o Garage não é um jogo pra mim, meu. Eu não tenho paciência não, cara.
But you want the buzz of the new. You want comfortable and you want surprise. Contradictions? No problem. They come with the territory. But is it fair to ask, and is it even possible to deliver something?
Não, galera, ainda era 720 ainda.
Well, as Mr. Iwata suggested with our new home console, this is
720.
exactly what we're also aiming for.
Nintendo não tava no Full HD ainda.
And that's coming.
Fala, Anime King!
Ways.
Tudo certo, cara, e contigo aí, meu, tudo
Start with the
tranquilinhos?
things that matter most to gamers.
Tudo tranquilos?
Those new headline titles for Nintendo 3DS. As you just saw, we've got 5 key ones to show you this week. On the show floor, you'll see these games in full 3D. But here on stage, of course, we can only offer you 2D versions. So, let's get going. First off the line is Mario Kart. It's a game you've enjoyed for years, but now it's a
Mario Kart
tricked-out version
7.
you haven't driven before.
Joguei demais esse jogo, cara. Cara, eu nunca vou me esquecer, meu, nessa época. Vou baixar o volume aqui. Tô berrando, né? Cara, eu nunca vou esquecer. Nessa época, eu tinha internet 3G aqui em casa. Aqueles modemzinhos da Vivo, sabe? O cara plugava, era USB, que era com chip de celular. E logo quando eu peguei o Mario Kart 7, cara, meu plano de dados era de 250 mega. 250 mega pra navegar. Eu gastei tudo, acho que em umas 5 horas jogando direto, cara. Todo meu plano do mês. Minha esposa ficou fodida comigo, né, cara? Nós recém tinha se mudado pra cá. Recém tinha casado, né? Ah, mas foi massa. Meu filho joga faz muita fase Mario Maker, não acho que ele vai curtir. Acho que ele vai curtir o... Ah, se ele curte essa pegada, eu acho que ele vai curtir mesmo.
This entirely new Mario Kart
Menos que 4K é inacreditável.
This holiday season. In 1993, Nintendo created a video game that many said made them feel like they were flying in 3D. Now, Star Fox is back, and with Nintendo 3DS, this time the 3D is entirely real. When Fox jumps back into the cockpit, you've got a choice to make. You can use buttons for traditional control, or turn the hardware itself into the control yoke. That means this new option, turning and tilting the system itself, does exactly the same thing for your fighter. It turns and climbs and dives when you do.
Que massa, né?
And there's something fun coming to group play, too. Yes, the faces and voices of your fellow pilots are still there, but this time they're real. The Nintendo 3DS cameras record every reaction, whether they're on your tail or you're on theirs. Celebrating their kills or going down in flames, it'll all be there for you to watch. Soaring and banking in real 3D arrives in US stores this September. Next, if it's true that software sells hardware, then it's also true that no franchise has sold more systems than Mario. So get ready he's coming to Nintendo 3DS. It's true that tens of millions ran Mario through 3D environments on
Adriano,
Nintendo
comprei meu
DS.
3DS alguns meses depois do
But this is
lançamento.
the
Logo
first
depois do
3D
corte
Mario
de preço.
adventure created from
Quando o Mario Kart
scratch
7
for a
descobri que tenho
portable
raiva do povo e do...
And once you've played Super Mario 3D, I think you'll agree
Homer.
it incorporates quite a tale.
Esse jogo é muito bom, cara. Esse trailer aí a Nintendo lançou no 3DS em 3D, né? Ela mandava uma... dava pra baixar na Nintendo Network, né? Que era o online antes do eShop ainda, né? E... o cara baixava os videozinhos em 3D. Cara, assim, essa parte do fogo aí, então, era de surtar, cabelo, de pirar, assim, sabe?
So when do all players get a chance to play? Before the year is over. Last year at E3, a lot of you came away satisfied knowing at last that Kid Icarus was returning. This E3, Mr. Sakurai and Project Sora are happy to provide more details.
Palutina's little messenger boy. And Max, it's always a pleasure.
Sorry I'm late. I had other business to attend to.
Wait, you two know each other? Look at the size.
Jogaço, meu. Merecia demais, cara, um remaster em HD pro Switch, cara. Esse jogo não pode morrer, cara. Sakurai mandou muito bem, cara, nessa releitura do jogo.
Resurrected, yes. Though the goddess of darkness was defeated long ago, we obviously can't underestimate her powers.
Ó o online aí, ó. Muito bom online, cara, muito bom.
Listen well, Medusa. Your days of darkness are numbered. Prepare to meet the light.
Aí. Troço massa, né, cara? Pena que não vingou.
Battling with Pit on both land and in the air is going to be great.
Era massa, né, o Coelho? Fala, Rafa!
On the show floor,
Essa E3 foi boa, meu.
off against several human opponents.
Vou lavar minhas mãos que eu tava mexendo nos pés aqui.
Discover
Peraí.
3-on-3 multiplayer action. And one more note. This Kid Icarus will also use those augmented reality cards to conduct battles. The Uprising comes to retail later this year. And finally, let's talk about that new game announcement. Make no mistake, the first brother of video games is back. And he's got his vacuum.
Luiz Mansell 2, ó. 3DS teve muita coisa legais no lançamento, pena que aos poucos deixando de dar suporte ou mesmo não tiveram o mesmo retorno que esperavam. Diz novos jogos, né? Porque os 3DS tem bastante suporte, cara. A biblioteca do 3DS é muito boa, cara.
Luigi's Mansion 2 is not a simple revision. It's an entirely new game, making extraordinary use of 3D and featuring not just one, but several new mansions. When we first announced Nintendo 3DS a year ago, we said that a wide range of third-party developers were already hard at work on games.
Potencial de ser Bayonetta
creators from around the world.
Mais ou menos, né?
Now, it's time to show you more of their upcoming work.
Eu comprei essa bosta aí, cara. Ó, bugando o vídeo do cara. Eu comprei, cara. Resident Evil Mercenários 3D. Tá ruim de negócio esse videozinho do cara, hein? Deixa eu voltar aqui. Cave Story, cara. Opa, voltei demais.
When we first announced Nintendo developed create more.
É o vídeo do cara que tá zoado mesmo, ó. O Revelation é muito bom. Driver não joguei. Pac-Man também não. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater tem. Jogaço.
In fact, the library of games coming for Nintendo 3DS is unprecedented. In part, that's because a new world of content opened up overnight. Downloading the enhanced internet browser and the Nintendo eShop will move you well beyond anything Nintendo's offered digitally before. You can search for game info,
Aí já mudou para eShop já.
multiple videos and screenshots. This week's system update is also the key to unlocking 10 separate 3D game trailers.
Aí, ó.
And game demos will also be available later this year for either downloadable or retail software.
Eu tenho aqui, cara.
Add to this a virtual console service just for Nintendo 3DS. And that means classic portable games starting with Game Boy and Game Boy Color. It also means classic console titles, some dating from even before the NES days. Games given new life with a 3D makeover. And to make sure you understand how quick and easy this process is, for a limited time, you'll receive a free 3D version of an old friend, 3D Classics Excitebike. Excitebike is now 27 years old.
Aqui, ó.
It doesn't get much more retro than that, but it's still a blast.
Trailer.
Maybe the biggest download news for Nintendo 3DS concerns one of the biggest franchises in video game history. Pokemon. For the first time, Pokemon will spring to life, not only in 3D, but also in the real world. Owners of the Pokemon Black and Pokemon White versions are familiar with the Pokédex, an item given to them in the game that registers and indexes over 150 new Pokemon. With Nintendo 3DS,
melhor Pokémon de todos.
Pokédex has arrived on the platform.
Pokédex 3D.
When you first start Pokédex 3D, there will be 16 Pokémon registered.
Através da Pokédex 3D, que é a primeira vez que a Game Freak preparou os sprites em 3D. Trabalhou.
Via Spot Pass, receive them from friends, or by scanning special AR markers. You can search and sort, filter the data in a multiple ways, making it the essential tool for fans. Each Pokemon also has a special Pokemon AR marker.
Victim.
And the Pokemon image can be superimposed in real-world backdrops, whether that's your living room or the Grand Canyon. You can assemble a scene with several Pokemon together, save it to your SD card, and load it onto your PC to share with your friends. Pokédex 3D is available exclusively through the Nintendo eShop on the Nintendo 3DS. It's not in stores. And it couldn't be easier to get your hands on it. Just perform the simple system update, and you'll only need a couple of clicks to find your complimentary Pokédex. It's our gift to you. In all, Nintendo 3DS means social, it means connection, it redefines interaction, and it delivers it all in full 3D display. Of course, there is one more order of business left for us today: to make a proper introduction to a new gaming companion. You might remember how the Wii name began to make perfect sense once you started hearing it as Wii.
Aí começou a tragédia.
Fun we all had playing together, even with people.
O início da tragédia.
Before. But in thinking about a new Nintendo system, we knew the prevailing thought would be this. Yes.
Se a gente pudesse, né? Não, Nintendo, muda o nome. Muda pelo menos o nome, Nintendo.
But could it also be a perfect fit just for you? And the answer to that question is an emphatic absolutely. In fact, we're so convinced of it that we put that pronoun right in the name. So today, welcome to the world of Wii U.
No, Nintendo, no!
It's a system
Muda o nome,
we
Nintendo.
all enjoy together, but also one that's tailor-made for you. The other
Porque tragédia? É porque não vingou, né? O Wii U vendeu pouco, cara. Muita coisa começa pelo nome, né? Ficou muito confuso na cabeça da galera. A Nintendo não soube vender o Wii U. O Wii U é um baita de um console, cara. É uma baita de uma proposta. Só que muita gente... Ó o protótipo, ó. Foi uma baita proposta, só que a galera achou que era um acessório, sei lá.
It's infinitely complex and yet perfectly simple, all at the same time. It can change the way you game personally, and it can change the way you interact with your family and friends. To begin explaining, let's take a little quick peek at Wii U in action.
Esse trailer que vai rolar agora, cara, eu trabalhava de noite ainda. E eu chamei a galera que trabalhava na máquina comigo, que eu tava acompanhando os vídeos, não pude ver durante o dia, né? Que eu começava a trabalhar às 10 horas da noite. E eu, cara, olha só, cara, olha aqui que a Nintendo lançou, cara. Os caras tudo sonista, né? E os caras, que legal, meu, olha ali a telinha, cara. Ó a Switch, ó. Vamos ver o que a Switch, ó. Que o Marote falou, ó. Pera aí.
From anything you've played before. It's infinitely complex and yet perfectly simple, all at the same time. It can change the way you game personally, and it can change the way you interact with your family and friends. To begin explaining, let's take a little quick peek at Wii U in action.
Hey, it's time to watch some baseball.
Okay.
And a runner on second. Hernandez is on the mound, and here comes the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 98 mile per hour.
Switch from TV and a new controller. Ó, novo controle. Cara, o marketing do Yu foi uma das coisas que ajudou a derrubar ele, cara. Ó, um novo controle, novo controle. A galera achou que era um acessório, uma coisa nova pro Wii. Fala, Gabriel! Cheguei na hora do marketing desastroso. Tava pra pegar... Cara, eu achava demais isso. Olha que foda, cara! Ó, no areiazinha, ó. Cuida da areiazinha, ó. Voando, ó. Pra lá dar no golfe, ó. Olha que foda. Ah, ô meu, isso aí eu surtei na hora quando eu vi. Nossa, cara, vou virar profissional do golfe. Ó, tô com balance board, a galera é muito associada ao Wii, cara. Ó, o joguinho de tiro agora com a Zapper, ó. Com controle, nunca teve isso aí, ó. Essa Zapper aí. Aham, a gente viu, Marote? Switch. O joguinho do Nintendo Land com as estrelas ninja tri, cara. Uma das coisas que deu ruim também pra Nintendo aí, ó, dos caras, dos pedófilos lá fazendo videoconferência com as crianças lá. Aí o browser, ó. Ó, tocando, ó. Novo controle. Ó, trailer do Zeldinha que nunca saiu aí, ó. A galera curtiu, mas achou que era um acessório. Colvara, você acha que o Bayonetta 3 vai seguir a mesma forma do primeiro e segundo? Hack Slash, ou talvez muito pra alguma coisa pra... Eu até comentei isso aí, cara, na live que eu fiz com a Mauri, com o Koguma e com o Daniel Hansover lá do Ultra N, cara.
Up until now, home console...
Ah, uma possibilidade, né, cara?
Occupy the TV screen.
Eu acho que não, acho que eles vão jogar no safe. Vão jogar no hack slash, mas eu não descartaria a possibilidade não, cara.
With 6.2-inch screen built in means you won't need to...
É, o Eduardo, ainda carrega logo do Wii, cara.
When someone else comes into the room and wants to watch a TV program. Of course, it's backward compatible. So, all Wii games, Wii remote controllers,
ó, tudo Wii, ó. Mas isso aí é a Nintendo sendo a Nintendo, cara. Dando retrocompatibilidade com os consoles anteriores, cara. Nintendo quase sempre fez isso, cara. Né? Só que não deixou evidente pra galera que era um console novo. Ah, cara, que merda, né, meu? O Wii U é um baita de um console, cara.
We believe you will love the variety of play controls enabled by the new controller. It includes 2 analog circle pads, a plus control pad, as well as both ZL and ZR buttons, and the addition of...
E é muito confortável, cara. A pegada do gamepad é muito boa, cara. Muito confortável.
The rumble feature. But that's not all. The Wii U controller also includes a touchscreen, a microphone, speakers, and accelerometers, a gyroscope, and an inward-facing camera.
Tem tudo, cara. Até uma frigideira aí.
Wii U was created so that
Gal, não foi só isso, mas um dos que começou a tragédia foi esse primeiro marketing inicial da Nintendo, né?
Using both their hands. And those games, which can be played really intuitively without the need for any button or stylus input. However, please understand.
Essa apresentação do Wii U seria extremamente diferente se os caras tivessem mostrado o gamepad junto com o console, cara. E falam, o novo console, eles sempre falam novo controle, novo controle, novo controle. Galera, é um novo controle do Wii.
Generated only by...
A gente falar um novo console.
There is wirelessly transmitted without latency issues. You can play in a number of ways. Connect with an HD TV in the traditional way, and you can enjoy the most up-to-date, high-quality HD images, even without using the screen in your hands. Or you can place the new controller by itself on a
Faltou falar do painel para os amigos, mas isso aí foi um marketing para depois.
Or games can be structured to use 2 screens at the same time. The example you saw on the video area.
Na hora, entendeu? Sim, eu entendi que era um novo console na hora, o Gal.
Only a few of the possibilities.
Só o que me falta. Ó o vizinho, ó.
On this new structure for Wii U.
É tu, Charlie?
We want to create a strong bond between games.
Só o que me falta.
And the internet. And also similar one between you, your friends, and your family, all interacting in the same room. This can include web browsing, using the big screen for sharing the photos or videos you found online, or enjoying video chat on the Wii U controller, even while watching a TV program. It's a new structure for home entertainment. But to be sure, the most important factor for gamers is how this new structure can be incorporated into gameplay. So, let's hear first from the developer who has given the most thought so far
Eu tenho os melhores vizinhos no
to
mundo.
new possibilities. Mr. Miyamoto.
We can make games that you play only in the palm of your hands, even when something else is on TV. And
Ó o Iwata Wesk ali, ó.
uses both the TV and the smaller screen. It's up to the designers to decide how to use this, based on what is best for the games they're making. The hardware itself has the capability, so the games can be designed both ways. More than anything, I'm really looking forward to new styles of play in ways we haven't thought of yet. I think this has a lot of possibilities. And there are so many, we're just trying to decide where to begin. I think there won't be a shortage of ideas. I think as the third-party developers are also thinking up all of their own new ideas, then our vision for the future of the Wii U console will include numerous. numerous ways to play.
Please look for the full Iwata Ask
É o Charles, Charlie?
text format at e3.nintendo.com. As Mr. Miyamoto indicated, we are facing an unusual situation. And as a developer myself, I also feel this. New ideas are popping up one after another.
Tá vazando barulho aí pra vocês
We are
aí?
not alone.
De furadeira?
A few months ago, I explained the concept of Wii U to Mr. Sakurai, who was developing Kid Icarus. We were discussing which platform his next game should be developed for, Nintendo 3DS or Wii U. What Mr. Sakurai suggested then was a
Será que aí já fala do Smash?
Smash Brothers for both Nintendo 3DS and Wii U. To make it work together.
Eu fui daqueles que comprou o Super Smash Bros. 3DS e o Wii U.
Well, since
E o War Monster Hunter.
still involved in
Em casa eu jogava no Wii U e quando ia pra casa os meus
for the
pais da cidade levavam o
maybe I
3DS.
shouldn't go into any details today. But I think I have
meu.
promised you that
Switch é o melhor de todos os mundos, né, cara?
developed for Nintendo 3DS and for Wii U, and that the software will work together in some fashion. Of course, this is a product for the future. But here in LA, there is Wii U software to play this week. Let me call Reggie back onto the stage and ask him to explain.
Thank you, Mr. Iwata. Stating that Wii U will change the way you play games is a pretty bold assertion. So this week, we're providing tangible proof. In the convention center, you're going to find 8 different interactive experiences. Now, please note, those from Nintendo are not prototypes of actual games, they're just interactive demonstrations. Let me show you just an early example of what this system can do.
Ah, o vídeo de apresentação da motor gráfico do Wii U.
Let me highlight a couple of more experiences. And to do that, I'm going to focus on how the new controller can change things. The first is simple. Something that looks a lot like New Super Mario Bros. Wii, but in this conceptual state, it's being called New Super Mario Bros. Me. That's right, your Me plays right alongside Mario, and you could watch the action on
New Super Mario Bros. Me.
Second,
Depois mudou, né?
the new controller can now take the game world
controle.
off the TV and spread it all around you, letting you peer into it from any angle. This one is called Shield Pose. And if you don't move the new controller back and forth, up and down, pirate arrows are going to come from you from all directions and find their mark. Third, a new form of multiplayer. Chase Me is set in a familiar-looking Nintendo world.
É o Nintendo Land, né? O joguinho Nintendo Land.
Depending whether you're holding a Wii remote or the new controller. If you've got the new controller, you've got a bird's eye view of the 4 folks trying to catch you. And that definitely improves your odds. On the show floor, make sure to try both perspectives. Finally, we applied that same idea to create a different kind of shooter. 2 galactic fighters on the ground are shooting up at a spaceship. And up there,
Metroid.
the pilot is looking down, blasting away from his viewpoint. I'll warn you in advance, it's not easy, but man, it's a lot of fun. Now, to repeat, what I've just described are prototypes, not actual games. But I can announce one title that is in development for Wii U. Nintendo will publish the Lego City Stories in partnership with TT Games, a Warner Brothers entertainment company. This will be a new installment in the Lego series that sold over 60 million copies
Isso que é tri bom esse Lego aí, né?
in Europe. More than half of those have sold on Nintendo platforms. So it only seems fitting that Lego City Stories, a new open-world game packed with action, humor, and a whole city full of Lego vehicles, is coming exclusively to both Wii U and Nintendo 3DS. In fact, developers from around the world see the vast promise of Wii U. But you don't have to take my word for it. Here's a sample of what they're saying.
Once we saw the new console together with the new controller, my mind
Peter Moore. Esse cara não tá mais na EA, eu acho, se não me engano, né?
And there was total shock and amazement, from the team.
I call it the Swiss Army knife of controllers. It does absolutely everything you could want.
This new controller really revolutionized
Ives Guilherme.
Connectivity, advanced graphic, an engaging interface.
The ability to have asymmetrical gameplay. So one player can be doing one thing while another player can be doing something else on the TV.
友達の対戦やってるのを阻害してる
Katsuhiro Harada.
友達が別の画面を持って楽しむこともできるし
A full console experience that's getting streamed. I have a little headphones. My wife will be asleep, and I, put in headphones and play a full hardcore console gaming experience in bed on this, on this smaller screen. That's a really revolutionary thing for me as a gamer.
But it also means we can make games of a sort that we were never able to make.
Agora se fosse GTA 5
piece of technology. It's a platform I think that's going to revolutionize the console. We're planning on putting Darksiders 2 on the new console at launch.
鉄拳16年の歴史の中で、実は任天堂さん据え置き機では初となる鉄拳になります。
Batman Arkham City is going to be on the new console.
In Assassin's Creed, you can just imagine what the multiplayer will look like with multiple screens. And our Ghost Recon Online will leverage the fantastic connectivity of the new controller.
They really know how to
Zombie U.
on our toes.
It seems like Nintendo sort of heard the voices of the hardcore gamer.
We couldn't be more excited to be able to bring the power of EA Sports to Nintendo's new console.
It's not just more of the same. It really is opening up a whole new world of gameplay.
This is exactly what it takes to shape the future.
Darksiders. Alert. Codemaster. Aliens. Colonial Marines. Se não me engano, acho que termina com Zombie U, cara. Ou é na de 2000... Não, é de 2012 o Zombie U. Metro The Last Night. É, Vitor, é muito bom, cara, o Wii U. Baita console, só que, né? Gaiden 3. Olha a baita line-up, cara, do Wii U, cara. Baita line-up.
Everything you see this week is just the first pass. We've got a lot to look forward to when they arrive in final form.
Já tá acabando,
So many developers already are responding to the potential for creating a new structure for home video game system, the one we were proposing with Wii U. It can satisfy all tastes with deeper gameplay action and wider appeal. To lend one final perspective, we have invited Electronic Arts, the most successful independent publisher in industry history, to join us on stage. Please join me in welcoming the CEO of EA, Mr. John Ricatello.
Thank you, Awada-san.
Quem te viu, quem te vê, hein?
Over the years, I've made E3 appearances with several console partners, but never before with Nintendo. What brings us together today is a breakthrough in our relationship.
Essa aí é a legítima mercenária do caramba.
What Nintendo's new console delivers speaks directly to the players of EA Sports and EA Games. Nintendo's new console will produce brilliant high-definition graphics and new gameplay opportunities. We look forward to seeing great EA content on this new platform. Imagine playing football with an innovative new controller that takes all that data, all of that play calling off the big screen, leaving you with a sharper, more immersive HD experience.
Pior que lembra.
Imagine a shooter like Battlefield with jaw-dropping graphics and smooth character animations of the Frostbite engine. Brought to
Frostbite no Wii U aí, ó.
System, that breakthrough controller. Now imagine those games with an open online functionality that allows you to download new content, find matches, compete on leaderboards, and participate in a global community. And finally, imagine these EA games on a console with content, gameplay, and community.
C3 que a EA fala que o FIFA do... Não sei, cara, não lembro disso aí. Deve ser.
Over the past months, we've been telling our employees and consumers that EA is undergoing a transformation. We're changing games from a thing that you buy to a place that you go. Nintendo's next console is truly transformational as well. A better platform than we've ever been offered by Nintendo, deeper online capability, and all of it driven by an unprecedented partnership between Nintendo and Electronic Arts. Thank you. We can't wait to see EA games on this new system.
Baita moral que a Nintendo deu pra EA, essa vagabunda aí, ó.
I want to conclude this morning by asking you to consider 4 platforms.
FIFA 3 do Wii U foi uma palhaçada.
Nintendo 3DS.
Eu não sei, cara, eu não sou jogador de FIFA, né, cara? Então não tem como falar.
Think about what they represent together. Each of these platforms is unique, but they share a common.
Lembram quando a EA falou que ia lançar Battlefield no Switch?
The 2 screens and touchscreen of Nintendo DS changed gaming. The motion control of Wii changed gaming. Last year, in this theater, you found out that glasses-free 3D could change gaming. And now, there is Wii U. This week, you'll have the chance to hold Wii U's new controller in your hands and find out what happens when a second window opens to your game world. Our presentation this morning is just the beginning. And the experience continues right now, whether you're here in the Nokia Theater or watching online. If you're here on site, hands-on begins with those key new Nintendo 3DS games as soon as you walk out the doors behind you and outside to the same tables where you check.
Não, Adriano, isso aí é todos os FIFA, cara. Todo FIFA novo é o anterior com layout novo nos menus.
There's also hands-on with 8 Wii U experiences, as well as a celebration of Zelda, the 25th anniversary celebration of Zelda. And for all of you who've been watching online, first of all, thanks for joining us. And secondly, consider this. This year, the Nintendo Network is back at E3, and it's even better. Our crews will be waiting in the line so you won't have to. And here's what they'll bring you: daily updates, exclusive content for game fans around the world, interviews with key developers, and an in-depth look at the revolutionary new controller for Wii U. On top of that, look for the newest game trailers and game guides for titles we announced today. It truly is material.
Nós 3 horas na fila BGS para jogar segundos de Wii U. Não pude nem pegar no gamepad que a gente mais capaz, não.
Nintendo.com. In short, at home or on-site here in LA, you've got incredible new game worlds to explore this week. On behalf of all of us, thanks for your attention today, and let the exploration begin. Enjoy the show.
Acabou! Simbora para 2012. Agora já no site da Nintendo aí, ó. Estamos assistindo a E3 de 2012. Ok. Pikmin 3, ó.
Mr. Miyamoto?
Yes.
Ah, é, ele chega no palco com o bonequinho do Pikmin no bolso. Fala, Daniel! Perdeu 2010. 2010 foi ontem, cara. Assiste lá depois que foi tri. Hello,
everyone, and welcome. Today I intend to talk about the Pikmin, but lately I've had this strange sense that maybe Pikmin really are all.
E aí, meu?
E aí, meu?
Oi, pessoal.
Oi?
Under your seat.
Comportando a vovó?
No, you probably won't find them even if you look. Well, as usual, I'd like to ask Bill's help in allowing me to speak in Japanese. Bill?
É um abobado, né, cara?
Isso aqui eu abacei.
O que é isso?
It has already been 6 years since we launched Wii, hasn't it?
Aqui do acampamento
We started thinking about what we could do with our next hardware system, and we quickly arrived to one conclusion. In order for it to be a
Mas depois vai ver.
O Zoasco Safari.
Ah,
it could
tá.
not be dependent upon the television.
Aí já é o modelo novo aí, ó. Modelo novo não, o verdadeiro modelo, né? Não o protótipo.
To the TV, they could never take on a more important role than the television itself. When someone else is watching TV, you can't access the game system. And you can't see the game screen without waiting for the TV to power on.
Olhou uma parte. É boa, a E3 2010 é boa.
It was going to have its own dedicated screen, even if it had to be small. And
Fecha a porta.
wanted to make that the first screen people go to when they enter the living room. And that was the start of Wii U.
そしてこれが Wii U です。
This is Wii U.
この Wii U ゲームパッドによって
With the Wii U
長いコンソ
gamepad,
ル機の歴史の中で初
we
め
have the
て
first
自分専用
dedicated
の画面を持つよう
personal
になりま
screen in the long history of video games.
でこのテレビからの自立によっ
This
て
independent
テレビに
screen
移動していたゲーム
changes
機
the
の歴史が
importance of
僕は大
gaming
きく変わる
machines,
と思います。
which have always relied on the TV screen.
でいつでも手元にあって素
With
早
this
くこうゲーム
controller
を
in your
立ち上げられま
hands,
す。
you can, of course, quickly
そして
turn
も
on
ち
a
ろん
game.
任天堂が長年チャレンジして
And
き
it builds
た
on our
携
long
帯機と
experience of designing games that connect a portable gaming machine with a home console.
2つのゲームを画
And it
面を生
makes
かした
unique
ユ
new
ニー
ways
クなゲ
to
ームを
play
可能に
using
してい
two
ます。
screens a possibility.
でもちろんこうサブモニターとして大型のテ
There
レ
will
ビ
be
と
no
一緒に
need
使え
to
るわけ
wait
ですか
to
ら
power on your
家庭のテレビの
TV
使
to
わ
weigh
れ
yourself
方
in
も
Wii Fit.
大きく変わってい
And
くと思い
because
ま
you
す。
can use the subscreen simultaneously while someone else is doing something on the TV, it will change how you watch television in the living room.
でこの Wii U を開発する間に僕はどうしても次の
Now,
ピクミンが
as
ね
we were
このハロ
developing
ーで
this
作
new
りたいと
system,
思うよう
Wii
にな
U,
りました。
I thought I definitely want to create the next Pikmin
じゃあ今
on
から
this
この
new
機能を生か
hardware.
したピクミンを紹介しましょう。
So allow me to introduce the next Pikmin to you.
É bonito esse jogo, né, cara?
This is the new Pikmin. It has already been 10 years since we created the first Pikmin for Nintendo GameCube. Now, Pikmin is a real-time action management game in which you command the Pikmin to perform a variety of tasks. And while the gameplay involves managing your swarm of 100 Pikmin, it is a game that shows the movements of each Pikmin individually. They're very cute and adorable. This is why we puzzled over how far away to position the camera in the GameCube game. If it's too far away, you can't see the Pikmin, and if it's too close, you can't see the full map. The enhanced resolution of the Wii U has solved this puzzle for us. Now you can see the tiny movements of each Pikmin, and you can see that the natural setting is much more beautiful now as well. And the way they break the walls here is also more realistic. Now in Pikmin 3, the Pikmin will find materials that they can use to build bridges. If you look, the way that they carry each little object makes them seem more like real ants. Now let me show you a new Pikmin type. These are the new rock Pikmin. You can use them to break hard objects. And with Motion Plus technology, you can aim at specific targets, offering deeper strategy. Now, the basic controls use the Wii Remote Plus and Nunchuck. You can aim precisely, you can switch between Pikmin types, it's very smooth. So these simple and intuitive controls make it possible to target and throw Pikmin at enemy eyes or shells, and it adds more strategic depth when battling. And shaking the nunchuck to charge is a lot of fun. Now, fans who have played the series before will quickly see how nice these new controls have become. Now, on the Wii U gamepad, you will always see an overall map. So in Pikmin, the most important gameplay element is how efficiently you are able to manage and assign tasks to your Pikmin within the limited time frame. This strategic element gets even deeper as you are able to touch the map, scroll quickly over the environment, and more.
Bem, né, cara? Essa combinação, cara, da Direct com a Treehouse é perfeita, né? Porque no anúncio aí tu quer só ver o jogo anunciado, né? Aí pra quem quer ver mesmo como é que é pra explicar gameplay, tudo direitinho, aí vai pra Treehouse, né? Isso quebra o clima da apresentação, ó. Ter que parar pra explicar um jogo. Clima não, o ritmo, né?
Deeper, gives you further enhanced strategy on the map. And these are the 4 of them. You may notice that Captain Olimar is not among them. The reason for that is a secret. So here you see one leader throwing another to a separate spot where he can perform tasks. And with the Wii U gamepad, you can quickly check the status of all 4 leaders at one glance. So this is a must-have feature for switching between leaders and strategies. So here at the show, you'll be able to try one of several modes in the game, the challenge mode. Now, this mode challenges you to collect as much fruit as you can within the time limit. And this is the mode that has some of the deepest strategic options. When you're done, you can watch a playthrough, you can watch a record of your playthrough on the TV screen and use that as a reference for a second time through. Now, we're developing Pikmin 3 with the belief that we can help people once again understand the kind of fun deeper games can offer. And in this era, when consumers are said to be moving towards lighter games, I think this is an important challenge for all of us. So, do you understand Pikmin 3 for Wii U a little bit better? It's an all-new Pikmin game with it's an all-new Pikmin game with more detailed portrayal of the Pikmin thanks to the improved resolution of the hardware and greatly enhanced gameplay thanks to the unique new controls. And I certainly hope you will all try it out on the show floor. And maybe, as you play, you'll start to see Pikmin all around you, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, viagem.
Thank you very much. Deixe-san.
I feel just like a purple Pikmin. Thank you, Mr. Miyamoto and Bill. And a hello and welcome to all of you here today at the Nokia Theater, and to many more who are watching online at e3.nintendo.com, and also on Spike TV and MTV2. We started off at the top today showing you a game because that's what's most important about this presentation.
Ah, esse aí é do Do Zombie U e aquele que o Red fica fazendo careta lá da...
You'll see 23 Wii U titles on stage today. And that's a lot to squeeze into for just an hour. And even then, that's only a small part of the range of Wii U and Nintendo 3DS titles
Miyamoto é tudo de bom, cara.
here in LA this week. And that doesn't leave much time to talk about Wii U itself, the new hardware console, and how the integrated second screen on
Primeira vez que eu escuto falar New Hardware Console.
manufactures new experiences. In other words, less time to consider what Wii U means to both gamers and non-gamers, and how it can change your life. And understanding this is vital. Here's why. At its core, Wii U does 3 different things. It changes your gaming,
Baixa o volume, Eric.
how you interact with your gaming friends, and it changes the way you enjoy your TV. It's not just intuitive, not just accessible
Oi.
to everyone, but it stands to
Não, já terminou aí.
your living room.
Não vou trazer fone nenhum.
And Hulu? Yes. And YouTube? Yes. And Amazon Video? Of course. But it's how you enjoy that content and more that will make it truly unique. We know that's a strong assertion. But the proof points are going to have to wait for another day.
É que eu já venho resolver o problema aqui no banheiro com o Eric.
Can
Aqui.
explain it all this week. So here at E3, we'll focus only on the new form of gaming and the new ways to connect with your friends. And then in the near future, we'll show you how Wii U will integrate and elevate your living room entertainment. Now, that still leaves a lot to cover in just a few days. And what happens on stage here is just a small part of what we're calling Nintendo All Access at E3, a name you'll want to remember. Because to fully appreciate Wii U, you're going to have to devote more time, and we really hope you do that at e3.nintendo.com. That brings a lot more information, assets, and an insider's look at our E3 activities on our social media channels. So be sure to check out Nintendo, Wii U, and Nintendo 3DS Facebook fan pages, the Nintendo YouTube channel, and follow us on Twitter with the @NintendoAmerica Twitter handle. Now, as some of you are already aware, the news flow actually began Sunday night when we posted a Nintendo Direct hosted by Mr. Iwata. It demonstrates how Wii U can not only open up new forms of gaming, but also act as a unique social window, connecting you to your gaming friends with a game-based experience. The key that unlocks it all, of course, is the new controller, the Wii U gamepad. And this week, you'll begin to understand the new disruption called asymmetric gameplay. This means putting one player with the
mundaréu de blá blá blá, cara.
solitary role, competing differently, maybe even winning in a different way, pitting just you against everyone else. And I'm happy to announce, just like the original Nintendo Entertainment System, the Wii U hardware will support 2 separate gamepads.
Que mentira! Que mentira!
This week,
mentiu pro tio.
On single gamepad challenges, but look for dual gamepad experiences in the future. Right now, we'd like to make a proper introduction to the Wii U gamepad itself. So let's start with a quick guided tour.
The Wii U gamepad offers simple and intuitive control. The touchscreen works with your fingertip, or more precisely, with the included stylus. There's the familiar Plus control pad and A, B, X, and Y buttons. games featuring a deeper, more immersive experience will frequently employ the left and right analog sticks. Each has a button underneath, which is activated by pressing down on the stick. On the backside of the controller are trigger-like ZL and ZR buttons. They sit comfortably under the index fingers when holding the gamepad, acting as de facto triggers in many shooting games. The L and R buttons are on the shoulders, and between them is the infrared transceiver. Motion control using the accelerometer and gyroscope is built into the gamepad, as is a rumble feature. The built-in camera and microphone will be used for a variety of software applications, including voice and video chat. There are stereo speakers, a headphone jack and volume control that can adjust sound on the gamepad or on your full-screen TV. Finally, the home button. It can suspend a game to check for updates or connect with your friends.
So that's a quick guide to how you'll manipulate your experiences. Now let's take a look at where those experiences begin. In his Nintendo Direct over the weekend, Mr. Iwata unveiled what you'll know as Miiverse. It's how you interact.
Miiverse, cara, Miiverse era massa.
And this is the first thing you'll see on your TV screen when you turn on the system. You might think of it as Main Street, a place where people congregate, creating constant commotion. Your own Mii is joined by others who play on your home system. Here, too, are your game friends, as well as people you've already met from around the world, and also many newcomers. You'll also notice that those Miis are gathering around individual tiles.
Eita, nós. O que se escreveu aí, cara?
On that main street. They
não consegui ver.
both
Deixa eu ver o
your
retorno
personal
aqui.
tastes and the entertainment that's trending globally on Wii U. And those Miis don't just congregate, they communicate. Each is equipped with a wide range of rich media engagement for socializing and providing information. The first comes
Seja bem-vindo, Gleicilene. O que é?
You can see yourself.
Seus fones não tá aqui. Ah, tá lá na gavetinha lá, filho.
And even draw your own illustrations.
Ali em cima, olha aí em cima aí. Lá, filho, lá no canto, lá da cama. É.
These interactions can also display recent activity and recent scores. You've even got the option to display facial expressions within the bubble that reflects your current state of mind. And because this form of
Obrigado pela inscrição. Desculpa que tá na zoeira aqui. Minha cabeça não se divide no meio.
launch day, you'll eventually be able to join Miiverse from your Nintendo 3DS, your PC, or from any smartphone or web-enabled mobile device. When Miiverse is integrated into your gameplay, new breakthroughs happen. So let's get to an example of this new dynamic demonstrated by an old friend. Every time a new Nintendo home console is announced, we start hearing familiar feedback from long-term fans. Sounds great, but you've got to have a Mario game. And frequently, those requests are framed like this. I want it to be just like Mario's always been, but I want it to be better. Well, that may seem contradictory, but Miiverse will help meet those dual desires. In New Super Mario Bros. U, not only will you be able to see what others are saying when the Miis gather around the Wii U Main Street, but you'll also be able to connect right within the game. Friends, family, or any other player might be talking about the overall game experience, about specific levels, about hidden
areas. O Verso era uma ótima ideia, pena que a base instalada era pouco no Switch, acho que poderia... Sim, é muito massa. É que também deu muita treta também, né?
or their record time.
Universo, negócio. É uma maldita política, né, cara?
Window that opens up right as you're playing. We'll be talking more about these Miiverse features tonight in our developers roundtable, but for now, let's take a look at the game itself. Here's New Super Mario Bros. U.
Oh yeah, Mario time!
Esse aí eu nem zerei, cara, só pra você ter uma ideia.
As you may already know, this Mario game can be transferred from the big screen to play personally on your gamepad. But you may also notice something else, what we're calling boost mode. With up to 4 people using their Wii remotes to race through the course, one more with the gamepad can use the touchscreen to helpfully place blocks along the way. Or you and a friend can work together to set a new standard for a speed run. Currently, the benefit
Detalhe, primeiro Mario HD, é verdade.
With Nintendo published titles, but also just as clearly with games coming from our third-party partners. Even for franchises you already recognize in non-Wii U form.
Arkham City.
We're going to spend some time this morning looking at several third-party Wii U titles.
All right, Mr. Reggie. We all know you're the man around here. But why don't you let me handle this?
Nem pra ser uma animação, né?
Extreme personalities. And here's one of the most extreme, Mr. Martin Tremblay, president of Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment. Take it away, Marty baby.
Martin Tremblay.
Martin, welcome. It's great to have you here, and I think it's good to have Harley here. I'm still not so sure. And also a unique version of Batman
Armored Edition.
Thanks, Reggie.
Isso que é triboa essa versão, né?
Harley, you know how she is. It is a wonderful time in the state of the industry to have an exciting new platform. And it's our pleasure to work with Nintendo so closely on the launch of the Wii U. And yes, with the Wii U, you're going to start experiencing Batman Arkham City in a new special way.
Well, it's fantastic. It's great. We can't wait, so please, have at it.
Esse textinho decorado.
The Arkham franchise is one of the most important pillars of Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment, and we are thrilled with its critical and commercial success. Today,
vocês viram vazando o microfone do Red, ó.
Armored Edition, a must
Ó.
entertainment, and we will wait.
Cuida, ó. Quando o Red sai, vai dar uma voz de fundo, ó.
So please, have at it.
O microfone dele tava aberto ainda, ó. Cuida. O que será que ele fala?
One of the most important pillars of Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment, and we are thrilled with its critical and commercial success.
Ah, hi guys, ele fala hi guys.
Batman Arkham City Armored Edition, a must
Fala, Claudião.
experience on
Na
the
época do Wii U,
It is my pleasure
eu tentei ajudar o máximo possível. Mesmo tendo PS3 e Xbox, peguei Injustice, Batman, Splinter Cell. Mas não deu, né, Claudião?
Game director of Batman Arkham City, and on behalf of everyone here at Rocksteady Studios, we're extremely excited to have Arkham City come to the Wii U. As you're about to see, the gameplay has been expanded for some awesome new features designed specifically for this new console. In addition, you will find...
Precisava lá dar um oi pra patroa, ligeirinho já vem, viu? Que ela chegou já faz uma meia hora, já nem fui lá ainda, só um pouquinho.
I hope you enjoy the presentation.
Adriano, você tem o Wii U, Colvara? Tem, cara, eu tenho todos os consoles da Nintendo, cara. Só menos o Virtual Boy. Come here.
Now, I'm pleased to introduce Reed Schneider from WB Games Montreal, our studio responsible for the Wii U version of the game. Reed's going to walk you through some of the game's specific features. Let's go, Reed.
Thank you, Martin, and thanks to Sefton for the introduction. Hi, everyone. I'm here today to give you a brief glimpse at Batman Arkham City Armored Edition and how the Wii U gamepad will revolutionize how you play the game. A new feature exclusive to the Wii U version is the BAT mode. During combat, Batman's all-new armored suit will extract kinetic energy, and soon the BAT meter will fill up until it maxes out. Once the max is reached, players can use the Wii U gamepad to activate BAT mode, making Batman even more powerful and able to dole out more damage. Here, players are faced with a new challenge, a switch that needs to be activated using the newly designed remote control Batarang. After selecting the Batarang from the gadget menu and launching it at the switch, players will be able to use the Wii U gamepad to guide it with an unprecedented amount of accuracy. And finally, faced with a room full of enemies, even the odds by strategically placing explosive gel throughout the corridor walls. Now, with the explosive set, it's just a matter of time for waiting for the perfect time to attack. With the enemies in place, use the Wii U gamepad to set explosives off
Voltei com uma boquinha.
Or all at once.
Uma coquinha e um hambúrguerzinho que sobrou de
To
ontem.
survive Arkham City, you'll need to use stealth, gadgets, and blunt force. And with the Wii U gamepad, you'll have access to Batman's entire arsenal at the touch of a finger. The most immersive Batman experience has arrived.
Thanks, Reed.
Thank you, Martin, and thanks to the team. And thank you to the team in Montreal and Burbank for all their hard work.
At Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment, we work to create a slate of games that has something for every type of player. Another of our key franchises is Scribblenauts, which appeals to all of proven as the games have sold more than 4 million units worldwide. Please allow me to introduce Jeremiah Slaska of Fifth Cell Studio to present Scribblenauts Unlimited for the Wii U.
Thanks, Martin. At Fifth Cell,
Famoso Jeremias.
fans around the world that the game gave them an experience unlike anything else. Players could write any word and it would be instantly brought to life. Scribblenauts truly let players' imaginations run wild. Super Scribblenauts went even wilder by expanding on that original concept and throwing adjectives into the mix. Now, we're bringing the definitive Scribblenauts experience for the first time ever to the Wii U home console. This game has unlimited possibilities for players to explore, create, and share. Fifth Cell is very pleased to present Scribblenauts Unlimited.
Best-selling, award-winning game is back. Welcome to Scribblenauts Unlimited, a world where you can imagine anything and explore everything. Venture out on continuous and unbound exploration, now in high definition on the Wii U. Create any object you can think of and bring it to life. Once you've created it, share your creations with friends. And now with an all-new multiplayer mode, the fun is endless. And finally learn the tale behind Maxwell's magical notebook. Help Maxwell by using the most powerful tool in his world, your imagination. Scribblenauts Unlimited. Imagine anything, explore everything.
A ideia é massa, mas não é um jogo pra mim.
Thanks to you and the team for joining us up here on stage and bringing along those terrific titles. I'm sure everyone is looking forward to getting their hands on both.
My pleasure. Thanks for having us, and have a great E3, everyone. Thank you.
What Martin and Mr. Miyamoto have shown so far is just the start of what's in store for Wii U owners. Let's take a look at more of what's on the way.
Key. Mass Effect, ó. Jogo de arcade. Tank. Tekken Tag é muito bom, cara. Trine é bacana também. Trine. Cara, ver o Will me deixa triste. Turbinados é bem legal, eu peguei o primeiro pra DS. Não, a ideia do jogo é bacana, mas não, pra mim, não é um jogo pra mim. Eu ainda quero pegar no Switch o Alien Isolation, cara. Ah, anunciaram pro dia 15, cara, pro dia da conferência da Nintendo, 50% de desconto dos jogos da Nintendo, cara. Nintendo anunciou uma promoção.
But new forms of gaming emerge all the time.
É, ô Claudião, a line-up do Wii foi muito boa, cara. Line-up boa. Só que a Nintendo não conseguiu vender o console, né, cara?
5 years ago, I stepped up on stage here at E3 and stepped onto something that looked a lot like a plastic bathroom scale. And even though I was focused on beating Mr. Miyamoto, I heard some of you laughing. Don't try to deny it. I heard you. Yes, my body was ready. And what was just one small step was one giant step for expanding the universe of video games.
Eu tive o Wii U, a melhor coisa que fiz foi vender para pegar o Switch de lançamento.
Millions of people into video games for the first time. To date, more than 43 million copies of Wii Fit and
43 milhões, caramba.
have been sold around the world. The Wii Balance Board introduced a sophisticated way to measure body control. And now, Wii Fit U adds another valuable peripheral. This week at E3, we're focusing on the new activities inside Wii Fit U.
Wii Fit U, tudo U.
That will leave you happier, livelier, and
Pior que essa última atualização 12.3 ferrou meu Switch. Não consigo atualizar nenhum jogo nem baixar. Eita! Esse é o lado bom de não ter tempo pra jogar, meu. Eu tô quase 2 semanas assim encostado no meu Switch, cara. Por estar focado no canal, fazendo as coisas, né? E nem atualizou meu Switch ainda. E Colvara, mais um dia de trampo só com animação. Não, vai ter sábado, né? Sábado de manhã eu trabalho ainda, meu. Aí já era, meu. 30 dias em casa. Aí eu vou voltar a ser gamer, cara. Vou fazer live de gameplay todo dia. Lá no Twitch, lá.
Yes.
Hold that.
What are you doing?
I'm uploading my run from this morning. Just need a few more rounds.
New events.
Gamer, só coisa 4K.
New events, new exercise routines, and that new fit meter and off TV play, they all make the Wii Fit phenomenon original all over again. Over the past several years, game designers mined a rich new bed of content based on music and the universal appeal of performing music. Showing off your dance moves, shouting into a microphone, it proved that almost everyone wants to be a rock star. But in most cases, there was a clear dividing line between being on stage
Rock band?
and just looking on. One person acting and everyone else watching. Wii U owners will find a different approach with Sing. It's the performance game where everyone plays.
Sing, cara. Deixa eu tirar isso aqui, senão vai dar flag. Deixa eu dar flag. Já tomei 3 flags no outro vídeo, mais possibilidade de tirar o vídeo do ar, né? Aí eu tive que cortar a parte lá e pra poder upar o vídeo de novo.
Mãe, sabe que eu quero se recorta?
Propaganda eram terríveis. A gente tem uma matéria de jornal monetizando o iFit falando. Teve gente que ficou traumatizada. Sempre tem, né, cara? Ah, mas não, te engana o meu Febday. Tava até ano passado, retrasado, o Wii tava recebendo os Just Dance lá, cara.
Today's presentation was all about Wii U games. But we don't intend to entirely ignore the millions of Nintendo 3DS fans. So with 3DS news, please welcome NOA's Executive Vice President of Sales and Marketing, Scott.
Isso aqui já vão lançar o XL? É 2012 ou 2013 o XL? Scott Moffitt.
So Scott, we've carved out a few moments for you to do your 3DS thing here on stage. Have at it.
Well, thanks a lot, Reggie. A couple of minutes? Where's the love? Let's face it.
Pelo amor de Deus, eu tenho que mostrar a E3 da Nintendo. Eu vou, cara, eu vou estar de férias, meu. Eu vou fazer a cobertura completa.
3DS. So it's a good thing I have my own show just for 3DS fans, and it's already set. Live tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific.
Eu entendo que alguém com transtornos alimentares pode ter tido agravantes com o jogo, mas não é culpa do jogo, tá ligado? Mas ao invés de falar isso, a matéria estava caçando o jogo.
And you're all invited, of course, to follow the action online. But that doesn't mean we can't have a little fun here. So we'll start with 3 Nintendo first-party titles. And I'll begin with one that was announced recently, an entirely new 2D Super Mario for 3DS. It's clearly different from the new Wii U Mario game that Reggie talked about earlier. What you can't help but notice is that this Mario is all about the gold. Even Mario himself. Gold coins are everywhere, every time you turn around. And you'll even be able to generate more of them just by what you do within the game. In a year like this, when everyone will be going for the gold, it's going to be hard to beat Mario. So I won't try to explain all the depth to this great game here today. But I will during our 3DS event tomorrow. So I hope you'll all tune in then. But I do want to announce that new Super Mario...
Eu lembro que em 2009 você não conseguiu streamar porque tava com flag da... Sim! Não, esse ano vai, esse ano vai. Tanto que esse ano eu não vou fazer nem... Ó o Paper Mario, ó. Stick Star. Será que é o Stick Star? Acho que é o Stick Star. Esse ano nem vou transmitir da Ubisoft, cara.
In a slightly different way. The reason was the arrival of Paper Mario. A game
o Stick Star.
A role-playing element to the action. And a Mario who seemed like he was built with nothing more than a paintbrush and a...
Pô, vai quando chegar na E3 de 2019 aqui no canal, ele vai dar play na de 2021 sem querer revelar a Nintendo.
But also
enviou direct pra ele.
Strategic new element. Stickers. The game environments still seem like shoebox.
Ah, cara, eu gosto de Stick Stars, cara. Ele é um pouco repetitivo, mas eu gosto dele, meu.
Plastered with innocent-looking stickers. But they're not just for display. You'll collect them by pulling them off.
E o 3D dele é muito bom, cara.
Become your battle commands. Choose a shoe sticker to stomp on an enemy, or a hammer sticker to whack away. They can also help reveal new ways to escape danger in the game, to find secret places, as well as hidden items. This Paper Mario retains all the fun of the originals, but with even more game depth. So Paper Mario Sticker Star arrives both physically and digitally this holiday season. So we've been talking a lot about Mario. In fact, it's enough to make a little brother not named Mario feel just a little bit left out. And I think you know who I'm talking about. What Nintendo 3DS doesn't have enough of yet.
Engraçado quanto o 3DS é melhor que o Wii U.
Is Luigi.
A biblioteca do 3DS foi muito boa, cara.
Yes, the little brother is back and he's more spooked than ever. And why not? First of all, he now needs to travel through multiple mansions, each with its own mission-based challenges. The going will be tougher due to new puzzles and an even heavier emphasis on ghost-catching action. And of course, just Luigi's luck, there are even new kinds of ghosts. And you won't be able to beat them unless you devise just the right capture strategies. Now this whole adventure becomes even eerier in 3D. So all the ghost hunting action begins at launch this holiday season. So that's a very quick look at 3 Nintendo titles. We'll be talking about more live online tomorrow. And we will also be giving several third-party titles the spotlight they deserve. So be sure to join us at e3.nintendo.com. And because somebody decided I could only have a little bit of time here with you today, I can't even start to detail the tremendous slate of third-party games also coming to Nintendo 3DS. But I can promise you this. Tune in tomorrow, and there's a lot more to see and hear. So before I turn it back over to Reggie, let's just take a quick peek at some of the third-party lineup. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Oh, Mirror's Fate. Jogaço, cara. Jogaço, Castlevania.
Adivinha aqui, ó.
Ah, que legal.
Talvez eu gosto do banheiro solo.
É? Kingdom Hearts. Dream Drop Distance.
Thanks, Scott. Last year we told you that Lego City would come to Wii U. And it will do so in an open world.
Gosto, os caras gostam de tirar sarro do...
As a multi-purpose fighting tool. And it's the key to both exploration and competing missions. Take a look.
Lego City.
Lego City. You should come check this out.
I've just updated your communicator's scanning software. Use it to have a look around from the restaurant's rooftop, and it'll show up anyone nearby who might be a robber.
Colvara, será que vem algo sobre self-star na E3? Eu acho que não, ô Gal. Tá muito cedo ainda, cara.
Reach up. Tell me who you're working for.
O jogo começou o desenvolvimento ano passado.
You'll take me apart. Why was that even there?
I know Kung Fu. Show me.
Chase McCain. Chase McCain? You're a legend!
Chase McCain?
We're also happy to announce that an exclusive portable version of Lego City Undercover is also in the works, with a unique storyline, new missions, much more content. It's the same great franchise, but a different game, and of course, the only place it could happen in full glasses-free 3D is on the Nintendo 3DS. Our goal with Wii U this year, as it was with Wii 6 years ago, is to provide new and engrossing game experiences for every type of player, from the hardest of the core to the newest of the newbies. Among our third-party publishers, probably none has adopted the something for everyone approach as thoroughly as Ubisoft.
Agora o Zombie.
That's obvious with what they've got cooking for Wii U. So to do the explaining, please welcome Yves Guillemot, CEO of Ubisoft.
Yves Guillemot.
Hello, Reggie.
Hello, Yves, you're well.
Yes, very well.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Let me say I'm really honored to be here today.
So, I understand you've brought some games with you. Please tell us some more. How do you feel about the Wii U?
You know, for decades, Nintendo has successfully brought millions of new players to the gaming industry. The new Wii U console is an important innovation that will continue this great legacy and inspire many more people to discover the fun of video games. Designed to be connected, the Wii U gamepad has an intuitive touch interface, making social gaming simple and welcoming. So further, the games like Zombie U, Rayman Legend, players playing the same game can interact with different content across two different screens. Working together or challenging each other, they will be taking part in the first ever truly asymmetric gameplay.
So what do I think about the console? It's accessible, it's social, it's very innovative, so it's a revolution. And the thing I wanted to say today is, coming from our creators in Ubisoft, is thank you.
Wow, those are fantastic words. Thank you very much. And you've brought some games for us to play today.
Yes, we did. And I would like to ask Xavier to come and show you all the games we have. I'm sure you will enjoy it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Yves. Thank you.
Javier.
Thank you, Xavier.
Reggie, please don't go anywhere, and don't worry, I promise I won't make you dance.
Well, that's about the only thing I've not done on...
Se eu botar aqui o mudo já, deixar no gatilho o mudo.
Ultimate Puppet Master. Let's start.
Great. The Puppet Master, I like the sound of that.
So, first, let me get the judge and screw.
Até tirei o volume já. Aí é pra ferrar, né, ô Ubisoft? Já tô esperto na tua, ô sem vergonha. A Nintendo é sem vergonha também, né? Fala que é family friend aí, ó. Passinho do Just Dance é muito estranho, cara. Olha lá. Olha que doideira. Strike the pose. Acabou, né?
The Puppet Master, it's kind of like running Nintendo of America.
Well, there are plenty of other very interesting features that you will be able to discover in Just Dance 4 on our booth. So please come. So now that we've seen what Ubisoft can bring to family fun thanks to the Wii U, let's see what we've cooked up for more hardcore gamers with our new IP, Zombie U.
Zombie U é massa, cara. Que jogo massa.
But thankfully, the gamepad is your all-in-one survival kit. Let's show a video.
Zombie U é massa, cara. Ah, eu jogava, me lembro de jogar de noite cagado de medo, cara. Zombie U é massa. E, o legal, cara, dele é a parte da história, né? E não ter um herói, né? E seu esquema de, tipo, quando tu é pego pelo zumbi, tu vira zumbi e tu consegue ir lá com outro sobrevivente e lá pegar teus itens de volta, cara. Era muito legal isso aí, cara.
So, if you think you're up to the challenge, please come to our booth and see how long you can survive this zombie apocalypse. Before we leave, Reggie, one last thing. Backstage, I was told by your marketing team that you are the perfect person to help me demonstrate this last feature.
Novo zumbi? Acho que não, cara. Olha.
I think you've been zombified. Looking good, Reggie. Looking very good.
I like French food.
But before things get out of hand, let me leave you with this last video highlighting Ubisoft's lineup for the Wii U.
I'm hungry now.
You scare me, Regime.
I'm coming to eat you.
I'm scared me.
Assassin's Creed. Rayman Legends. Não consigo gostar de Rayman, cara. Que viagem isso aí? Ah, isso é legal, cara. Esse jogo aí é legal.
This year, Nintendo All Access will also provide
acabando, acho já, né?
exclusive content online.
Ah, tem mais coisinha ainda.
Developer interviews, newly announced game trailers,
15 minutos.
and daily updates from the Nintendo booth on the E3 convention floor. It's as close as you can get without actually being here, with programs you won't see anywhere else.
Welcome to Nintendo.
Aí, Nintendo Land, cara. Nintendo Land é muito bom, cara.
All the classic Nintendo franchises came together in a virtual theme park. And if that theme park became a way to start demonstrating the gaming magic of the Wii U gamepad, well, that would be Nintendo Land. When the Wii first arrived, it took Wii Sports Tennis to explain the underlying appeal. When you played it, for the first time, you got it. For Wii U, Nintendo Land does the same thing. Play it, and you begin to understand. With it, the integrated second screen takes on fuller meaning. And the person who understands this better than anyone is the driving force behind three important Nintendo properties: Animal Crossing, Wii Sports, and Wii Sports Resort. And he's also the Wii U software producer, Mr. Tatsuya Eguchi. So please welcome him, along with Jonathan Yeckley of Nintendo's Treehouse.
Tatsuya Eguchi.
Hello. As Reggie described, Nintendo Land gathers attractions based on many of our most popular franchises into a Nintendo theme park. These attractions borrow atmosphere and character of the original titles and rearrange them into completely new types of play.
O do barrilzinho do Donkey Kong era legal, meu. Era difícil pra caramba, cara. O cara usava o sensor de movimento.
As a character.
Tinha que completar o percurso.
Nintendo Land is a single game that brings together.
O Metroid é muito bom, o do Zelda é muito bom.
For those visiting E3, we have 5 of those 12 attractions for you to try. Among these 5, The Legend of Zelda Battle Quest, Animal Crossing,
muito bom.
and Luigi's Ghost Mansion are multiplayer attractions.
O Ghost Mansion é muito legal também, ficar procurando com a lanterninha. Quase um pique-esconde. Quer te esconder.
Donkey Kong's Crash Course and Takamaru's Ninja Castle.
Aí, ó, que eu falei, ó. É muito legal, cara.
To hit targets with throwing stars. And it may be familiar to those of you who saw last year's E3 concept video. I hope you will try it on the show floor to see how it has progressed. Well, there were 3 objectives that I set before starting the construction of Nintendo Land. The first was to create unprecedented new forms of multiplayer gameplay by taking advantage of the Wii U gamepad. Second, since we were creating a theme park, I also wanted people to enjoy it to the fullest, whether visiting with friends and family or playing competitively by themselves. And finally, I wanted Nintendo Land to be a place visitors from all around the world could gather. And I want the visitors to really sense that. What will make this a reality is Miiverse, our effort to unite living rooms and people playing games all around the world. As for what role Miiverse will fulfill in Nintendo Land, I'd like to talk about that in detail during tonight's Developers Roundtable. And those of you watching online on Nintendo All Access, you may have a chance to see what it will look like. Now, let me explain how the first two objectives I mentioned are met in Nintendo Land. First, what kind of new multiplayer experiences will be possible when one player with the Wii U gamepad joins a group of players who are playing with Wii remotes? Clearly, the player with the Wii U gamepad takes on a special role, playing in the same game world as the other players, but from a different perspective, with different information and in a completely different role. This makes asymmetric gameplay possible. To offer an example, I'd like to demonstrate one of the attractions we'll have on the show floor, Luigi's Ghost Mansion. Have you ever walked nervously down the corridors of a haunted house only to suddenly feel something behind you and quickly turn around? This is what you'll feel in multiplayer Luigi's Mansion. This attraction, much like in a horror film, features a stronger ghost chasing a group of weaker players who better work together or else. In this game, both the ghost player using the Wii U gamepad screen and his pursuers viewing the TV are seeing the same floor of the mansion, but what they're sensing is entirely different. If you look closely at the center screen, which represents the big TV, compared to the side screens showing the gamepad view, you'll soon notice that they're quite different. The gamepad ghost can see all the players all the time, but the other players cannot see the ghost. In the four corners, you see the human players, and in the center is the ghost. Now look at the main screen. The ghost is not here. The people playing on the main screen cannot see the ghost. Fighting against an enemy you can't see seems like a truly one-sided advantage.
Massa, né, cara? Lá.
But the Wii remotes rumble when the ghost gets near. So, if the teammates don't cooperate by talking to each other when the ghost is near, they won't be able to track it down. Their objective is to shine their flashlights on the ghost to damage the ghost until they defeat it. But if they leave their lights on too long, their batteries will run out. When the flashlight beam hits the ghost, he takes damage. The ghost life meter starts at 100, and it drops the entry time it's lit up. If it reaches 0, the ghost loses. Oh, okay, the ghost has attacked one of the humans. When this happens, the human faints, and when you faint, you can't walk around anymore. If all 4 humans are down at the same time, the ghost wins.
Já era.
Here you see the other players shining their flashlights on the one who fainted. If you do this long enough, the player who fainted will wake up again. You'll have to help your fallen partner to make sure your team doesn't lose. But as they're shining their lights on their partner, their batteries are running low. As the batteries run low, the power of the flashlight gets weaker until it goes out altogether.
Fala, Dendem! Boa noite, meu!
But of course, the ghost will also guess at this and may be lying in wait, so you have to be careful. See, the ghost attacked when they were doing all they could to revive their fallen comrade. If you don't pay attention, you often lose track of what's happening around you. But because the remote of the person who fainted still rumbles when the ghost approaches, they have to tell the players around them to watch out and help in their own revival. Here, the players have surrounded the ghost in the hallway. It's difficult to escape from this unharmed, so you have to prepare for the damage. And as the ghosts race to get away. What do you think? I think now you understand a little better what kind of attraction Luigi's Ghost Mansion is. But seeing is different than playing. So I'm sure it will feel quite different. So please try it out on the show floor.
Cadê tá falando ali, ó. Por favor, compre meu jogo, senão vou ser castigado pelo Yamauchi. Vai me bater com varinha de marmelo.
While there are many of them around the world,
se não comprar, eu vou apanhar. Compre o joguinho, por favor.
Is Nintendo Land. Before we leave, please take one more look.
Muito bom esse jogo, cara. Cara, ia jogando os minigames, habilitando a minigame nos outros mundos, né? Ó o Ridley ali, ó.
I'm happy to announce that in this theme park, there's no waiting. Nintendo Land will launch at the same time as the Wii U hardware this holiday. Just as with Wii, start playing Nintendo Land and you start understanding Wii U. Those of you on site here in LA have an advantage. You can walk right over to the convention center today and play for yourself. Unfortunately, those tuning in don't have that opportunity, so we've prepared the next best thing. The minute we're done on stage here today, coming up momentarily, you'll be able to dive deeper into the world of Nintendo Land, and also Wii Fit U, and Batman Arkham City Armored Edition, and Zombie U. It's all part of Nintendo All Access at E3, available at e3.nintendo.com and via Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. So even remotely, you'll be able to get a better sense of the Wii U gamepad and see its integrated second screen in action. And when you do, you'll realize that there's nothing else quite like it. If you imagine Wii U as a Wii universe, then that small touchscreen in your hands is the portal that transports you to places you've never been before. It's the tool of together. Games played out on a big screen and small screen together. Families in the same room, today distracted by their personal devices, will soon be enjoying time truly together. And friends interacting online with games providing a new social link will feel more together. In a world with more obligations and less time, with technologies that push us away from the personal contact we desire, the promise of Wii U is simple. Together, better. And with that, thank you. We hope E3 is great for you, whether you're heading over to the show floor or you're staying with us right now online for an
Melhor junto.
at 5 great Wii U experiences. Thanks again, and let's finish with
Já era 2012.
through the theme park that is Nintendo Land. Enjoy.
Olha que legal os efeitos, ó. Acabou. Partiu. Dois mil e 13. Vou mudar aqui. A gente vai ter que encerrar no 2013 mesmo. Não vai dar tempo de assistir 2014. Já é 20, quase 9h35. Quanto tempo? Ah, isso aqui é 40 minutos. Vai ter uma. Não adianta, vai ter umas 10 e pouco. Simbora. Ah, cara, essa aí já é no formato direct, cara.
I'm coming to you from a
aí já me deu no meio do coração já, cara.
headquarters in Kyoto.
A sede nova da Nintendo no Japão.
We will be holding our annual general meetings of shareholders here.
Aí bateu forte no coração, cara, porque aí foi onde eu já tava acompanhando forte a Nintendo, cara.
Updates on games that we will be showing at
Nos fóruns, já tinha um espaço nintendista. Nossa, cara.
in just a few hours. We are broadcasting this Nintendo Direct simultaneously around the world, so thank you for joining us.
Meu, agora cheguei até a me emocionar, meu.
Please take a look at this.
Pokémon XY, cara, eu era da Lop já. Nossa, cara, que flashback veio na cabeça, cara. Fala, Rafael! 2013, cara.
Welcome to the Kalos region, home of your new Pokemon adventure.
Mudei aqui.
An amazing new world.
XY é muito bom, cara. Nintendo Direct juntas das Tree Houses foram... Sim, a melhor coisa que a Nintendo fez, cara. Aí, Pachan, Eleoptile, Fennekin. Essa geração foi muito boa, cara. Vivillon, Rocky.
And introducing a new type of Pokemon.
Fairy type. Fairy.
Sylveon is just one example of this 18th Pokemon type.
Começou chutando bunda, né, meu Pokémon nova geração.
Against Dragon type Pokemon.
Formato Direct é o melhor que tem, cara.
New twist to your battle strategies. Another new feature is Pokemon Me, an exciting way to bond with your Pokemon.
Eu pouco usei. Pokémon Training que é melhor, cara.
Play with Pokemon to deepen the connection between you. Whether big or small, you can even copy your Pokemon's actions to make them happier.
Xerneas e Vetal.
Pokemon X and
Pokemon Y.
What you just saw is the latest trailer.
Nossa.
Titles in the Pokemon series.
Meu, muita nostalgia, cara.
Y. In addition to the new Pokemon and new storyline featured in Pokemon X and Pokemon Y, there are a number of new game elements that have been...
Fala, Augusto! E aí, meu?
This time, the new fairy type has been added, and this change will...
Cara, mexeu muito bem o metagame, cara, o tipo fada, cara. Porque o tipo dragão tava reinando demais, cara.
A deeper connection with your Pokémon by taking care of them. The game includes many new elements and features, which we will be revealing gradually throughout the year. Please stay tuned. Earlier this year, we announced that Pokemon X and Pokemon Y are coming in October, but we can now confirm that both are launching worldwide on October 12th. Next, let's take a look at this.
Eu madruguei, cara. Eu madruguei na FNAC, no shopping, ao 3D World. Eu fiz a pré-venda, né? Aí foi toda a galera da LOP lá pro shopping, mais uma porrada de gente, né? Não participar da LOP, mas eu tinha feito a pré-venda lá. Depois foi todo mundo pra praça de alimentação pra jogar junto. Cara, que época foda, mano. Aquela época foi muito boa.
What you just saw is the latest title in the Super Mario 3D action series, Super Mario 3D World. This game represents the next step forward in the new style of Mario 3D action games that we first introduced in Super Mario 3D Land for Nintendo 3DS. As you can see, for the first time in a 3D Mario game, we are offering a multiplayer mode.
A Nintendo já tava em outro ritmo, né, cara? Apresentações de 2011, 12, 13 já foi um pouco mais dinâmico, né? Mas agora começa a vir as melhores, né, cara? É legal o cara ver essa evolução das apresentações da Nintendo, né, cara?
Toad can run faster than the others. They all have unique personalities.
A tela tá um pouco cortada, né?
Familiar to those who have played Super Mario Bros. 2 for the NES. Multiplayer mode is as cooperative or competitive as you choose to make it, so you can enjoy this new 3D Mario adventure in a different way every time you play. There is also an outstanding new power-up in the game, which is featured in the game's logo. It's Cat Mario. Cat Mario can perform new actions like climbing up walls and scratching enemies with his claws. The new 3D Mario game, Super Mario 3D World, is coming out in December. Let's move on to the next title. Please take a look.
Aí, ó, jogo atrás de jogo, ó. Mario Kart 8 aí, ó. Fenômeno. O jogo me marcou muito no lançamento. Foi um jogo muito bom, cara. Joguei bastante ele com meu irmão, cara. bastante. A gente já namorava, mas cada um já era casado já. Mas quando ele vinha aqui, a gente dava uma jogada junto sempre. Como é que vai ser o Mario Kart 9, hein, cara? Já foi anunciado, Augusto, cara, vai ter jogos a 50% de desconto. Caramba, é tudo apresentado. Sim, é tudo jogo que não tinha sido anunciado ainda, Gal. Baita line-up de 2013 aí, cara. Ah, é?
The name of the new Mario Kart game we are creating for Wii U is Mario Kart 8. In Mario Kart 8, we have implemented the mechanics of anti-gravity within the courses. With these key new features, Mario and his friends can race up vertical walls and upside down in new three-dimensional courses. You can also glide through the sky and race underwater, as in Mario Kart 7, or ride motorcycles, like in Mario Kart Wii. Mario Kart 8 will offer the best collection
foi uma baita E3.
online multiplayer modes that the series has seen yet. This time, it's not just racing with other players, but also sharing the fun of Mario Kart with others worldwide over Amiibas.
Mario Kart TV.
Mario Kart 8 will launch in spring 2014. Next is the latest installment in the Wii Party series, Wii Party U. This game will include not only standard board
Wii Party U,
but also a number of party games that utilize the unique control schemes of the Wii U gamepad and Wii remote controllers. Additionally, it will have 80 different brand new minigames.
Quero Zelda Link's Awakening, vi sua primeira hora e tô doido pra... É jogaço, cara.
Which you can play with just the gamepad.
Link's Awakening é muito bom, cara.
We are hoping for Wii Party.
Remake perfeito pra mim.
Definitive party game, which is accessible for everyone with its different forms of gameplay using the gamepad. In our January Nintendo Direct, I announced that this game is being developed for release this summer. However, we'd like to take a bit more time to continue to work on the game. Thank you for your patience. Also, during
atraso aí, ó.
in January, we announced that Wii Fit U will be launching within the spring and summer seasons. However, we have decided to create new features that will result in as high quality and experience as possible, including those using the new Fit Meta. So
Colvara, eu vou papar agora, minha dona mandou. Deus é meu. Obrigado, igualmente. Vai lá, meu, janta lá, meu. Vai lá trocar uma ideia com a esposa lá e bater um rango lá. Mandei um abração pra ela e obrigado por te liberar aqui pro canal. Vai lá, meu. Boa noite, bom descanso aí.
Here is the new launch timing for Wii Party U and Wii Fit U. As I mentioned in our January Nintendo Direct, we are seeing incredibly high-quality drawings from users who have clearly invested a great deal of time and energy in their creations. We had no idea.
O cara ganhava um joinha ali, um yeah!
In this way before we launched Wii U. But then we started to
cara se puxava, né, meu?
Users could accomplish if we provided them with more complete drawing tools.
Eu mandei uns desenhos às vezes lá, uns desenhos meio tosco.
Create software that would help us answer this question. Here it is. A new installment
Arte Academy
series is in development for Wii U, but we are not yet close to completing this software. On the other hand, we noticed what is happening on Miiverse and decided it was worthwhile to provide a new drawing tool by taking some features from the new game and release it in advance as a special version just for Miiverse artists. This new software allows users to post drawing to Miiverse using aspects of this new Art Academy title. This drawing tool will be available from the Nintendo eShop on Wii U this summer. You will be able to use pencils, colored pencils, and pastels as you draw directly on the iPad screen.
Pastel de flango, né?
Creations to Miiverse.
Augusto, você comprou todos os consoles no lançamento, Colvara? Ou só depois que você ficou mais velho, teve mais oportunidade? Eu sempre... Cara, eu sempre meio que comprei no lançamento. Eu acho que o único que eu não comprei no lançamento mesmo, foi o GameCube, cara. Que demorou um pouquinho mais, porque demorou pra chegar pra cá pra nós na época. Mas o Super Nintendo foi no lançamento, porque minha mãe teve locadora. E o Nintendinho, né? O Nintendinho a gente não teve no lançamento, porque ele não foi lançado oficial no Brasil, junto com o lançamento, lá veio depois, né? Eu tive os Famiclone. Mas o 64 foi no lançamento, que o meu padrasto trabalhava numa loja que tinha, chegou o console no lançamento, lá ele trazia final de semana pra nós. Depois a gente teve o nosso, né? O GameCube não, aí o Wii eu já trabalhava, já comprei no lançamento, o Wii no lançamento e o Switch no lançamento também. Sempre no lançamento, cara. Cara, os consoles da Nintendo, cara, é o console que pode comprar tranquilaço, cara, no lançamento, que é muito difícil dar problema. Com exceção no Switch, tá? Por conta do Joy-Con. Não foi problema no console, foi problema nos Joy-Con, né? Nos controles. Ó o Deus Ex aí, ó. Qual foi o motivo do Miiverse ter acabado? É que rolou umas tretas lá, a galera viajava, teve um lance político também. A galera mandava desenho de mulher pelada, fazia uns troços lá. Aí dava dor de cabeça pra Nintendo, né, cara? Aí ela cancelou. Shin Megami Tensei 4 aí, ó. É o 4? É o 4. Skylanders. Feito, Gal. Boa noite, hein, meu. Bom descanso. Blacklist. Sonic Lost World. Essa também, ó. Ó o Watch Dogs aí. Se não me engano, ele saiu exclusivo do Wii U, né?
Nintendo is also committed to expanding our digital offerings and supporting the growth of our digital developer community. As a developer myself, I am constantly impressed by the creativity and innovation in games for Nintendo eShop that we see from our many independent developers. Let's take a look at the selection of games arriving on Nintendo eShop very soon.
Ballpoint Universe. As musiquinhas às vezes costumam dar flag. Eu tive o Nintendista, Super Nintendo, 64, depois só o Switch. Quantas gerações de jogos Nintendo eu perdi. Como morava no interior, eu nem ouvia falar dos novos consoles da Nintendo. Só PlayStation. Mutant Muds. Ah, cara, eu sempre comprei Nintendo, cara. Desde sempre. Sempre tive PlayStation também, cara. Por conta dos meus Metal Gear, All Shovel Knight aí, ó. Uma pena ter acabado de fazer. Que sempre vai ter os malucos pra estragar. Sim, sempre tem, né, cara? Os caras que desvirtuam a proposta das coisas.
Next is the latest information about the Wii U version of The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. In our January Nintendo Direct, the game's producer
Wind Waker HD
demonstrated how the world of The Wind Waker and HD graphics are a very good match, and that's why he decided to return to this game world on Wii U. Today, we have prepared this video. Please take a look.
Oh, yeah. Deixa eu aumentar o volume aqui, peraí. Bum. Bum. Jogaço, cara. Meu Deus do céu, cara.
What you just saw was The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker, running on the Wii U system. The Wii U's version of The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker features visuals rendered at 1080p that immerse you in the game like never before. We are also utilizing shaders on the Wii U to improve visual expression and refine our texture graphics. We think that with these improved visuals, the game looks as if it had...
Na época eu estava enfrentando a adolescência e não tinha dinheiro para comprar também. Mas não me arrependo de ter o suitão só, me arrependo de não ter gostado de Zelda. Sério, não gostou, cara?
Different islands scattered across the world.
Sim, o Wii U foi um puta console, cara.
We've also made some adjustments.
Fala assim, Simão! Alguém tem o Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks e Phantom Regulars pra vender baratinho? Ah, isso é difícil. Eu tenho os dois, cara. Mas não me desfaço mais nem a pau, cara. Ó o Tingo, ó. Curro limpa!
From the series' familiar character, Tingle, which allowed you to connect the game with the Game Boy Advance system to experience assisted play from another player. Of course, Wii U isn't capable of linking with Game Boy Advance, so we decided to update the Tingle-related features to make them compatible with Wii U. Once you receive the Tingle borrowed item from Tingle,
escava o controle.
You can start posting on Miiverse. It's like putting a message in a bottle and
Aí outras pessoas pegavam.
through this new feature,
Era muito legal, cara.
Beavers will wash up on shores of other players' games. You can even attach a screenshot from your game. We hope players will use this feature to connect with others and get the most enjoyment out of the game.
Fala, Ramelis!
Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker HD.
Se te pronuncia amanhã, cara, diz a lenda que sim, meu. Vai vir, vai vir.
Next up is a game we will launch before The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker HD. It's
Wonderful 101
from Platinum Games and Mr. Hideki Kamiya. This is an action game where a group of heroes and their leader Wonder Red will battle against the Space Invader group, the Get Jerk, who have started to attack Earth. The heroes use an ability called Unite More, which lets them transform into giant weapons by uniting themselves with others. Unite More powers will be activated by drawing the specific
É muito legal, cara, jogar esse jogo no Wii U.
transformation on the Wii U gamepad touchscreen. A bigger symbol on the screen means more heroes will unite and the Unite More will be more powerful. At the in-game shop, the player can purchase and add various skills and moves using items called Opals the player can collect throughout the game.
Beleza, Colvara, aquele jogo que você mostrou, tem jogos antigos de DS
As they play, such as
completos para vender.
which reflects
Ah, aquela loja? Tem, cara. Tem bastante jogo antigo lá para vender, meu.
multiplayer mode for up to
Ela tem uma loja no Facebook. Põe a CR Games no Facebook que tu consegue achar.
his or her own group of heroes and battle together.
Mandar no chat aí, ó.
The wonderful
O
one
nome direitinho para te ver.
launch on September 15. We'll be able to share more information
Mandei no chat aí, ó.
closer to launch through a Nintendo Direct.
ACR Games.
The wonderful 101.
Chama eles no Facebook lá que eles te mandam os preços direitinho lá. E eu acho que, se não me engano, eles viam pelo correio também.
First, please watch this video.
Ó, o Donkey Kong aí, ó. Tropical Freeze. Foi aí que eu fui e tomei uma... Deixa eu até tirar a música aqui, meu. Eu tomei um flagzinho de uma outra coisa lá, no que não era da Nintendo lá, mas vai, né? Via das dúvidas. Busca lá, vai lá, meu. Fala que tu viu no canal do Colvara. Eu não tenho parceria com ela nem nada, meu. É uma loja que eu compro lá. E tem bastante coisa, né? Mas eu avisei ela que eu ia gravar e tudo mais lá. Vai que de repente ela me manda um brindezinho depois. Qual foi a melhor E3 pra mim, cara? Cara, melhor E3, cara. A de 2010... Eu gostei bastante, cara, do anúncio do... E acabou a música.
New titles for the first time in the series.
Do anúncio do...
The World of
Skyward Sword, cara.
HD graphics.
Ah, cara, mas não tem como superar a do Zelda Breath of the Wild 2017. 2016, cara. Não tem como superar.
One of the biggest advances from previous Donkey Kong Country game is the use of different camera angles. In this game, in addition to the side view, depending on the stage, the camera will spin and show you dynamic scenes that enable new gameplay experience. Once again, The game offers a 2-player simultaneous multiplayer mode. In addition to Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong is back as a playable character. Dixie Kong plays differently than Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, expanding the gameplay possibilities.
Vai ter que fazer um patrocínio. Fala, Rodrigo! Vai fazer um vídeo das suas expectativas dos anúncios da E3 da semana que vem? Não sei se eu vou conseguir fazer. Talvez amanhã, cara. Amanhã eu não vou fazer live porque eu preciso fazer justamente as thumbs, negócio tudo pra... Ó, Bayonetta 2, pra E3. E se der, eu gravo amanhã, cara. Aí eu posto no domingão, coisa do tipo aí.
Platinum Games has prepared another trailer that shows a little more.
Comprei meu Wii U perto do lançamento do Kong Tropical Freeze. Comprei um Wii U e fiz a pré-venda DK boa. E vem DK novo terça. Pode ser, meu, pode ser. Tomara. Aí, cara, e esse anúncio aí, a galera ficou fodida, cara. Bayonetta 2 exclusivo da Nintendo.
No one said you could touch.
Bayonetta 2. Já tá na hora, né, do 3, né, Rodrigo?
What did you think? Bayonetta previously had very long hair, but in Bayonetta 2, she's undergone a major makeover and now has a new hairstyle and costume. Now we can show you actual gameplay for the first time.
Gameplayzinho aí, ó.
With her new abilities, Bayonetta's climatic action is even more powered up now. We'll be able to share more information about her abilities once E3 begins. Bayonetta
essa E3 arrebentou, Rafael.
2014. Next, please take a look at this video.
O Xenoblade Chronicles X. Essa E3 aí matou a pau, cara. Aí. Tomar um flag nessa música e daí já tô ferrado. Flag não dá nada, meu. O problema é que acontecer que nem o da live de ontem, cortarem o vídeo. Aí é pra ferrar, né, cara? Jogo bonito, né, cara?
In this new game being developed by Mr. Tetsuya Takahashi's team at Monolith Soft, the goal is to create a large-scale open world that players...
A gangue dos bots do Slag
The
é
team
foda,
is using
Rafael.
their experience from creating Xenoblade to make this goal a reality. We hope that this video you have just seen has given you a taste of the wide open adventure that the game is looking to deliver. By the way, the player will ride the human-shaped robots that appear in the trailer at certain points in the game. They will even fly in the air and battle against enemies. This new title from Mr. Tetsuya Takahashi's team will be launching in 2014. Please stay tuned. We have one final game to show today. Please take a look.
Último jogo. Smash. That's right. É massa a música do Smash, né, cara? Vamos ver quanto tempo de Smash, ó. 6 minutinhos de Smash. No Yu aí, ó. Vai ser tudo anunciado, Rodrigo, se Deus quiser. E, filho? Não mostra o Banguelo Soluço, cara.
Ô, galera, adivinha que eu tô aqui nas costas.
Eles não vão responder, filho. Eles vão responder no chat ali. O que eles falaram?
O Banguelo Soluço.
Ali, tem que mostrar na câmera ali. Não tão perto, filho. Você não consegue enxergar. Do que é isso aí, filho? De qual desenho que é?
Tu como treinar seu dragão.
Ah, tu gosta desse desenho, né?
Aham.
É legal. Tá, vai lá brincar. Olha o Mega Man. Mega Man joins the battle. Para de passar pra cá, pra lá e pra cá. O que tu quer com isso aí? Logo quando eu abri o canal, as primeiras lives que eu fazia, eu botava essa música de fundo do Mega Man aí. Foi massa, né, ô Claudião?
We will open the official Smash Bros. Website and Miiverse community after the conclusion of this Nintendo Direct. So I hope you check them out.
Miiverse.
Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS and Super Smash Bros. For Wii U will be released in 2014. Soon, E3 2013 will officially start, our booth isn't open just yet, but for those of you watching now,
Aí, nessa Direct, a Nintendo fez um divisor de águas em relação à apresentação da E3, né?
In the backstage of Nintendo's E3 booth at LACC. Our booth will open to...
Homem, olha aquela correntinha de crachá ali, ó. Eu queria.
So the booth isn't done yet. Please think of this as taking an inside look backstage. Earlier this year, we announced that we are not going to be doing a presentation like we did in previous years, and there were news articles that said Nintendo is not going to E3, which is not true. This year,
das mentiras, ó. De que
as previous years.
Que a Nintendo não ia estar na E3.
Show those of you watching this Nintendo Direct a sneak peek of a small part of our booth.
Eles vão mostrar, ó. Olha que legal.
Inside the booth. Just for Wii U, there are 71.
Não, esse aí não tem, ô Simão. Eu tenho só o Zelda 2, cara.
You can play the new
Pro Nintendinho.
And Yoshi games. If you look up, you can see signs of
o Link Between Worlds, ó. 3DS.
Super Mario 3D World and Mario Kart 8. Shall we go to the Pikmin area? I'm standing in front of the Pikmin section.
Boa, Gabs!
In the new game, Olimar takes a break, and there are 3 new player characters. Here we see Alf and 3 Pikmins. They are made so attendee can take pictures with the Pikmins. Once the show begins, many attendees will play our games here. I'm sure there will be many people reporting about their experiences. I hope you look forward to them too. To those of you in North America, you can play some of the games at select Best Buy locations.
Best Buy.
For more details, please look at our website. Thank you for watching.
Acabou, cara! Que horas são? Já é 10h20 já. Mas é isso aí, gurizada. Obrigado a presença de todo mundo mais uma vez, tá? Amanhã eu mando uma foto lá no grupo da RIF. Boa, cara, boa. Obrigado a presença mais uma vez de todo mundo, tá? Lembrando então que amanhã ficou combinado que eu não vou abrir live pra me poder preparar as coisas pra E3, deixar tudo prontinho. As thumbs e tudo mais um negócio que eu quero anunciar durante a live da Nintendo, tá? Uma coisa bacana que vai acontecer aqui no canal. Mas aí no sabadão de tarde a gente continua assistindo aí. Vai ficar faltando 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18 e 19, 6. Acho que dá pra assistir mais 4. No sabadão de tarde, se for nessa pegada de 40 minutos, acho que acredito que vai ser as direct já tudo 40 minutos, né? E aí, pro dia na terça-feira, a gente assiste as 2 últimas como preparação aí pra direct da Nintendo na E3. Tá perto, gurizada, tá perto chegando essa E3 aí, cara, que eu acho que vai ser a mais top de todos, cara. Eu tô com um pressentimento muito bom, cara. Vai ser a E3 mais top de todos, cara. Eu quero vocês tudo junto aqui comigo pra gente prestigiar esse momento junto aí, cara. Belezinha? Estamos combinados? Beleza, gurizada? Vou indo nessa então, cara. Obrigado a presença de todo mundo mais uma vez. Estão sendo aí uma parceria fundamental aí, cara, pra gente reassistir tudo de novo. Aí as direct tá muito massa. Obrigado mesmo de coração. Belezinha, gurizada? Vou indo nessa. Aquele grande abraço. Fui. Feitoria. Falou. Tchau. Aê.